Und ich bin live. Also auch jeden Moment.
Publish YouTube Broadcast.
Auf Azrael 2002. Warte auf Spider-Gewinn. Streaming.
Muss übrigens noch.
Ich bin live.
Ja, ich seh's.
Nee, bei mir noch nicht.
60%.
Jetzt ist er bei mir live.
Bei mir dauert noch kurz.
Ich habe noch extrem viele Garden-Lodges.
Instant FPS-Einbrüche. Das war's dann erstmal mit Shader spielen und so.
Ach,
Bin ich jetzt live? Ja. Okay, die Verzögerung ist trotzdem da. Scheiße.
Aber man merkt, dass wenn ich hier in unsere Gegend komme, von mir und Dark, meine Frames gehen einfach mal flöten.
Mal jemand lesen oder was husten, was auch immer, halt Park machen.
Ich
Okay.
höre doppelt.
Ja, ich weiß.
Weil Stream und so, die da.
Ich habe gerade den Stream offen gehabt von Kevin und vergessen ihn zu, ja, muten.
Darfst du leiser stellen? Ach nee, jetzt habe ich den Abo-Counter leiser gestellt. Upsala.
30 Minuten geht's schon los, die haben es vorgezogen.
Nein, nur weil Gaming Guides eine halbe Stunde vorher startet, heißt es nicht, dass...
Nein, guck doch mal auf Twitter.
Bitte was?
Hat Minecraft gerade offiziell gepostet.
Bitte was?
Ich habe gehört, dass man
Ja,
später
stimmt.
startet, aber wieso startet
Vielleicht startet der auf Twitter früher, weil die streamen auch auf Twitter. Ey, diese scheiß Phantome, Mann.
Wie kann man auf
Die
Twitter
streamen bei mir immer noch um 18 Uhr.
Auch.
Okay, ich bin laut.
Kevin.
Okay.
Frage, wie kann man auf Twitter streamen?
Das
Wenn man auf
können
Streaming
nur
klickt.
große Accounts, also Fortnite zum Beispiel und Minecraft und so können das nur streamen.
Okay.
Alter, warum flöten meine Frames eigentlich so bei uns in letzter Zeit, Dark?
Hm?
Warum flöten die Frames bei mir?
Viel haben. Wir haben alles viel zu viel.
MME, bring diese Phantome um, bitte.
Ich geh mal einfach auf 4 runter.
Ich muss mal kurz mich um meine Lags kümmern, beziehungsweise Frame-Einbrüche.
Ich habe mir jetzt sehr geringe Reichweite an Sicht, aber muss ich mit klarkommen jetzt. Ich muss unbedingt mir eine bessere CPU holen.
Sag Glowstone nochmal auf Deutsch.
Oh, Tobi hat bei mir gerade geschrieben, moin,
Das
was
kann aber auch
geht?
die Pre-Show sein, die um 18:30
Was
Uhr.
war
Glowstone
Glowstone?
ist
auf
Glowstone.
Deutsch?
Glowstone heißt auf Deutsch auch Glowstone, oder nicht?
Ja.
Ich nicht. Okay, ciao. Ich gehe Glowstone fahren.
Also zumindest hat es genauso wie Redstone keine Übersetzung.
Vielleicht startet der Streamer
Ah.
wirklich. Ja, vielleicht startet der Streamer wirklich eine halbe Stunde früher, aber die fangen noch nicht an.
Tut er nicht, weil auf YouTube steht noch eine Stunde.
Vielleicht auf Twitter.
Ja, auf Twitter.
Auf YouTube steht schon 18 Uhr, 3.10.
Dark? Wie geflasht
Ja.
sind sie von der Ecke hier? Kein Stück, oder? Weil die ist eigentlich so die uninteressanteste Mod, aber die ist für uns interessant für Essen. Nur.
Ich wollte es mir nur angucken.
Die sind auch live auf ihrer offiziellen Internetseite, glaube ich, wenn ich das jetzt richtig lese. Ja?
Ich muss mal Holz besorgen.
Die sind live auf Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, das heißt, die sind gar nicht auf Twitter live. So wie eigentlich es sein soll.
Hauptsache Kevin hat 2 Zuschauer und ich nur... Kevin hat 4 Zuschauer und ich nur 2.
Ey, vorsichtig. Jetzt musst du Ja sagen. Ey, was sind das für Frame-Einbrüche? Ich mach jetzt mal.
Du hast weniger Abos als ich. Sei froh, dass du aktivere Zuschauer hast als ich.
Ja, ist halt scheiße. Also, ich will nicht sagen, aber. Ne, es können ja auch Gebottete sein von irgendeinem Spaß, diese. Ich hasse solche Leute, die das sowas machen. Ich hatte das, glaube ich, auch. Weil ich habe nie
Irgendwas
alle
wollte ich
kennt-
herstellen.
nie alle wirklich im Chat kennen.
Nein, nee, ich wollte ja nichts herstellen, ich wollte Holz
Habe ich
nehmen.
nicht gesagt, dass du diese scheiß Phantome umbringen sollst?
Nicht da.
Maschallah. Hauptsache er lässt ein Feuerzeug. in
Dreamplay
der
hat hey geschrieben. Hallöchen
Hab ich schon
Dreamplay.
gelesen.
Schau doch auch mal auf meinem Kanal wieder vorbei. Falls du auf meinem Kanal noch weil du auf meinem Kanal mal warst. Ich weiß es leider nicht mehr.
Eigenwerbung stinkt. Nein, ich weiß, alles gut.
Ja, wieso muss ich bei jedes Mal rejoinen einstellen, dass
Ganz kurz, der Abo-Counter, der größere Abo-Counter ist der, wo wir gerade live sind. Der untere ist mein Hauptkanal, ist auch nochmal eine Videobeschreibung. Und die Minecon beginnt erst um 20 Uhr, deswegen.
Das denn wir brauchen einen Web. Wir müssen
Um
den
20
Wither
Uhr?
Um 18 Uhr, sorry.
Um 18 Uhr.
Ich wollte schon so sagen, so
machen.
lange
Das denn,
wollte
wir
ich nur
müssen
auch
den
nicht.
Wither machen.
Warum?
Netherstar.
Du brauchst einen Netherstar.
Ich brauche einen Netherstar.
Ich mach jetzt einfach Tag, Mann.
Na dann fahren wir.
Und Justin, ich brauche den Drachen.
Warum brauchst du meinen Drachen?
Für die Forge.
Okay. Mein Drache versucht nämlich von dort aus gerade drauf zu schießen. Und fackelt gleich mein Haus ab.
Er macht nur die Animation dafür.
Ja, aber das ist die höchste Wahrscheinlichkeit, dass er bei mir die Gegend dann abfackelt. Mit.
Ja.
Er stellt jetzt her.
Und mir aktualisiert das den Stream nur bei OBS und nicht im Stream an sich.
Und bei mir hat er das schon getan.
Und bei mir nicht. Also ich habe das gerade bei Stream, bei OBS jetzt gesehen. Und ich habe endlich diese Rauschunterdrückung bekommen, was ich. Also danke nochmal an Stream jetzt.
Geisterkämpfer und Smash.
So sieht übrigens jetzt meine Abo-Box aus. Wer jetzt den Stream guckt, sieht es jetzt, glaube ich.
Hey, Doug! Wie findest du's? Wollen wir gucken, dass wir bei Mechanism uns mal den Fusionsreaktor machen?
Es wird erstmal Gaia machen.
Okay, dann.
Aber erstmal muss ich, bin ich gleich, kurz weg.
Das war nochmal Gaia.
Hier, andere Mod.
Ich kenn
Britannia.
Gaia aus Minecraft Empire. Bestes Minecraft RPG-Projekt, was ich jemals gesehen habe.
Zufall, dass ich im Nest von den Drachen spawne.
Hotel? Ja.
Als ob jetzt Minecraft doch als
Ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass sie das nochmal mit Smash leisten.
Ja, die macht jetzt die Charaktere auch noch in den Story-Modus rein.
Okay, noch 52.
Wir entfernen uns mal von dem
Kohle wir haben.
Drachen. Weil das ist doch schon sehr laggy. Wir gucken einfach mal, was Kevin und so machen.
Ich bin immer noch am Durchschmelzen, weil wir nie fertig geworden. Wir haben jetzt 1,3k Kohle.
Haut ihr durch den Enrichment Chamber oder was?
Nee, egal, weil das so viel war, habe ich jetzt auch den normalen Ofen verwendet und so, aber also normaler Ofen im Sinne von der mit Strom. Ne?
Ich weiß.
Okay, 1,4 Kohle, ob Kohle noch die Dicks mit 2,7 aufholt, ich weiß es nicht. Auf jeden Fall heute nicht. Wenn Dark jetzt offline ist, kann es sein, dass er los muss. Er muss irgendjemanden abholen.
Der holt seinen Vater ab.
Die Charaktere kommen erst am 17. Oktober.
Kevin, ich mach uns Ding,
Die Drops sind noch.
Bänke, ne?
Als ob wir genau 100 Pfeile haben, was ist denn das?
Ach, haben wir noch Widder-Dinger?
Habt ihr nicht mehr.
Aber ich habe noch 6 Lightning Steel Dragon Ingots. Bei gestrandet. Ist ein nicer Zau.
Ich hab jetzt weg.
Nur weiterempfehlen.
Der Creeper kommt noch rein.
Das war mir klar, dass der Creeper noch
Bei mir
reinkommt.
wird ja Season 2 erst Let's Played. Auf dem Kanal.
Schwein auch! Was the fuck? Das bringt da alles rein!
Ein, was?
Justin, denk dran, niemandem sagen, was Season 2 ist.
Tue ich auch nicht.
Für ein Thema. Wir haben noch zwei
Was
Windgeneratoren.
Season 2 nicht.
In der
eh,
Konsole,
Thema.
haben wir noch 2 Windgeneratoren, falls du die irgendwie anschließen möchtest. MME.
Ja, wir haben halt keine Kabel irgendwann.
Und ich habe nochmal einen Stack Kohle gefunden. Also wir könnten den
Hey, lass immer ein bisschen Erz übrig.
sagst du mir jetzt, wo Kohle das letzte ist?
Das Skelette so sein.
Du darfst auch gestrandet auch nochmal eine Ankündigung.
Kommt rein.
Du darfst auch nochmal eine Ankündigung Werbung machen. Bei Art gestrandet, ne?
Ah ja, für den Stream. Stimmt.
Mach ich jetzt auch nochmal.
Wo sind die wieder Skelette, wenn man die braucht? Normalerweise fucken sie komplett ab, jetzt sind sie nicht vorhanden.
Hoppla. Den Link habe ich vergessen mit zu kopieren.
Ich mach mal jetzt kurz eine Dingsübertragung. Ich habe Minecraft noch nicht hinzugefügt, weil ich zu faul dafür war. Minecraft.
Jetzt sollte ich das wieder richtig öffnen und jetzt ist wieder
Ich sehe kurz
gut.
Black Screen. Ich baue eine Spielaufnahme. Nicht Among Us. Ich schwöre, ich weiß immer manchmal was ausspricht. Ist mir auch eigentlich scheißegal.
Dann spricht Among Us aus.
Okay.
Der Gas aus.
Bestimmtes Fenster 1,15.
MME, wann wollt ihr eigentlich euer Haus bauen?
Gleich.
Gute Frage, Emily. Wann willst du denn
Willst du erst Hausbau oder der Drachen?
Weil ich werde jetzt weiter an meinem Grundstück bauen, weil mein Haus steht ja schon. Das wird ja nur noch unterirdisch fortgeführt.
Als ob sie mein Minecraft jetzt nicht erkennen.
Welches Minecraft hast du ausgewählt?
Na, Minecraft sagst du.
Minecraft 1.15?
Nee, 1,16. Natürlich 1,15.
Kaum ist man hier wieder in der Nähe und hört man nur den
Fenster
Sound.
erfasst gegangen und dann war da drinne Java Minecraft 1,15, mehr Spieler, Drittanbieter. Habe ich da drauf gedrückt.
Slash Game Mode Creative. Ich muss mal kurz gucken.
Und nix passieren.
Okay. Alter, nein. Hier baut Alpha, nein.
Kein Scheiß, ernst! Schaut mal auf das Achievement.
Spooky Scary Skeleton. Obtain a Wither Skeleton Skull.
Was ist jetzt daran so cool, MME?
Ja, nicht cool, sondern abfucken. Bin gestrandet, fahre mich halbe Stunde lang, um einen zu bekommen. Jetzt töte ich einen, obwohl ich nur ihre Knochen will und bekomme den Kopf.
Krieg ich denn den Kopf?
Looking for a game to capture.
Ja, ich mein.
Krieg ich denn den Kopf,
Das
please?
bedeutet, mein Spiel sucht gerade.
Bitte? Ja, danke.
Hoppla. Dark ist wieder da, nur gerade noch gemutet wohl.
Alter,
bin ich mir.
da redet doch das so.
Ah,
Redet doch hier,
dann bist du bei mir gerade zu leise im Hintergrund.
So,
Jetzt mein Kopf.
Nether.
Ah, okay, dann warte ich noch.
Kann auch daran liegen, dass Music and Sounds.
Ich will gleich aber auch noch in Nether, von daher.
Du bekommst den, wenn ich den Nether Star bekomme. Badum.
Nein, ich brauch den selbst.
Sag dir Badum.
Und der Kackminer hat wieder unser Portal weggemacht.
Okay. Dann lass doch den Miner erstmal aus, oder ist er fertig?
Ich weiß es nicht. Ja, okay, der meint jetzt nur noch das Portalwerk.
Ja, ich habe gerade die Obsidiane.
So, und jetzt fehlt noch das letzte.
Jetzt fehlt euch nur noch ein Feuerzeug.
Alertbox. Abo. Quelle hinzufügen, in die Mitte schieben, testen. Funktioniert.
Scheiße.
Gut, dann kann ich jetzt endlich normal weitermachen.
Hast du Koordinaten von einer anderen Festung?
Nein.
Okay. Unser Speicher ist nicht mal annähernd voll.
Wir haben 32er gleich.
Nee, 64er.
Ja,
Speicher.
64.
Hachi.
Bei mir dauert das auch noch lange, bis es voll ist.
2 64er, eine 1K, wer auch immer die da reingetan hat. Und eine 4K. Ich glaube, das waren sogar wir selbst.
Die habe ich euch geschenkt, weil man die nicht weiterbauen, also weiterentwickeln kann.
Geschenkt. Ich nenne das euch als Müll benutzt.
Wenn du das so sagen möchtest, dann ist es dein Problem.
Wofür fahren wir jetzt eigentlich Chorusfrüchte?
Nee, nicht die Chorusfrüchte, sondern die Enderperlen.
Da kommen Enderperlen raus. Also ihr
Ja,
habt
da kommen Enderperlen raus mit einer prozentigen Chance.
4 haben wir schon.
Oh, der Drache pennt, also kann ich jetzt meinen Sound wieder umstellen.
Justin, hast du schon die XP-Farm gebaut?
Nö, noch nicht. Warum? Kam ich noch nicht zu.
Die XP brauche ich nicht.
Ich würde es einfach nur wegen den Enderperlen, weil man richtig viele Enderperlen nachher braucht. Machen.
Wär's, wenn du jetzt
Ja.
so eine Base baust.
Ah, warte.
Ja.
Ich huste mich mal zu dir.
Hust.
Lass mich raten. Dark muss demnächst gehen. Das ist die Mitte. 2, 3, 4,
Ja.
5, 6.
Ja.
Oh.
Damit kann ich
Gut.
ein anständiges Fundament hier machen.
Jo, ja. Moin.
Hallöchen.
Justin, wir wissen nicht, wann wir losfahren müssen.
Okay.
Fuck, dann warte, dann setze ich alles ab.
Wir haben eine Reparaturschaufel natürlich gerade.
Was soll
Ich hätte
denn-
ja eine Mod hinzufügen können, die Enchantments von den Gegenständen runternimmt und in ein Buch verwandelt. Aber das Problem ist, die Mod gibt es nicht für die Version.
Ich habe nichts mehr im Inventar.
Ach, wegen Game Mode. Ja, wenn das Haus immer noch ein Game Mode.
Ja.
Ja, dann gebe ich dir.
Aber wie stellst du das vor?
Ja,
Was
keine
das sein
Ahnung.
soll?
Guck du.
Die ganzen Maschinen hier würden jetzt.
Müssten bleiben. Es sei denn, du brauchst das Haus so, dass du nicht viel darauf stößen, wir das jetzt nicht abreißen müssen. Und dann könnten wir das neu verlegen.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Ich frage mit welchem Material.
Leute, ich brauche einen Spinnengift. Wer einen findet, kann ihn mir gerne schicken.
Ich habe schon gesucht, habe keinen gefunden.
Weil, wenn da steht, ist jetzt eine coole Spinne und dann dein Schwein aufploppt, ja, ist ein bisschen ja, komisch.
Das hat sich das angehört, als würde Wolf, ihr wisst schon was machen. Was?
Schön für dich, was du jedes Mal denkst, MME.
Boah, wie
Ey, was hab ich? Ihr wisst nicht mal, was ich gemeint hab.
Doch.
Gemeint. Was denn?
Punkt. Denkst du, das sage ich im Stream, der nicht ab 18 sein sollte?
Du arbeitest mit
Digga,
Schlammzwiebeln.
es war nichts Perverses.
Niemals! Wir wissen ja auch alle halbwegs, was du gemeint hast.
Ich hab gemeint, verrecken.
Selbst das klingt noch nicht mal annähernd so. Das Gebäude ist mir einfach zu klein, wenn ich das Fundament hier so mache.
Ich sehe gerade, Streamlabs fügt ja auch eigene Glücksräder und so hinzu. Auf vollen Spannbasis.
In 10 Minuten geht's los.
Sagt in 10
10 Minuten kommt die Frühshow von
Alter, ich habe auf die Uhr geguckt und habe dann so gedacht, Alter, wie hat die Zeit einen Zeitsprung gemacht? Nein, es ist erst 20 nach.
Angekündigt werden.
Alter, ey, gib mir doch kein Herzinfarkt, Arschloch.
Also ich glaube, wir sind uns alle ziemlich sicher, dass es ein 17 Update, denn das Berg-Update wird mit den Ziegen.
Oder vielleicht das
Bitte, die Berge müssen endlich mal geupdatet werden.
Also,
Wollen wir unser Haus komplett aus Schleimblöcken bauen?
Bist du bescheuert? Reicht ja schon, dass wir mit Schlamm bauen.
Ey, mit diesem...
Ein Wunder, dass euer Haus noch nicht zusammengebrochen ist.
Aber scheiße, sieht's nicht aus mit Schlamm. Ey, diese scheiß Phantome. Haben wir kein Bett? Doch, haben wir.
Du hast OP.
Ja, aber dann zählt das wenigstens als geschlafen und dann nerven die Viecher mich nicht mehr.
Ich will auch schlafen.
Die spawnen ja nur, wenn man nicht schläft, tagelang.
Ja, ja,
Um genau zu sein, 3 Minecraft.
genau zu sein, auf 50 Stunden.
Das Magiegebäude soll ein klitzekleines Tickchen größer werden als alle anderen Gebäude.
Es sieht doch auch aus wie eine Fabrik, so. In der Farbe, ja.
Ja. Es ist so mies für die YouTuber, die nichts sagen dürfen, obwohl sie
ja.
Ich schwöre, ich würde es aus Versehen trotzdem ausplaudern, wenn ich es wissen würde.
Dann wärst du IP gebannt von Minecraft. Von komplett Minecraft.
So schlimm.
Kann ich mir gut vorstellen, ja.
Oh doch. Kevin.
Niemals kriegt man einen IP-Bann, wenn man aus Versehen, sagt, was man schon weiß, was andere nicht wissen.
Kann ich mir gut vorstellen, doch.
Ein IP-Bann?
Kompletten. Du wirst komplett gebannt.
Das macht gar... Nein, das war... Ich kann mir gut vorstellen...
Du wirst dir nie wieder einen Minecraft-Account erstellen können.
Ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass die Partnerschaft beendet wird, aber das war's dann auch.
Nicht nur Partnerschaft.
Es wäre ja
Ja.
auch nur eine halbe Stunde
Ja.
vorher gesagt.
MME, ich wollte das gerade alles abreißen, dass du die...
Ey, das sieht doch geil aus, oder?
Das sieht nicht geil aus.
nicht.
Nein.
So, wenn man die Sachen hier weg...
Habt ihr das von Gaming Guys gesehen, was der gerade getwittert hat? Oder?
Ja, habe ich gesehen. Dieser Emoji provoziert.
Was für ein Emoji.
Ja, es hat jemand gepostet, ja, ich hoffe, ein Cave-Update. Und er hat da diesen Augen zu, Zunge raus Emoji zugetwittert. Dann kannst du mal herkommen und seine Meinung dazu sagen?
Zu dem Chaos da hinten, ich kann deinen Stream gucken.
Er sagt, das sieht so gut aus, wenn das einfach so in der Wand drin ist. Ja, ich bin da ein bisschen anderer Meinung.
Ich komm mal kurz rübergeflogen, weil das sehe ich bei dir nicht so ganz. Wenn das so in der Wand drinne ist, nein, MME. Wenn schon ein weiter nach innen versetzt. Das sieht geiler aus, weil dann kannst du auch die Maschinen mit dem System verbinden.
Und dann können wir das auch gleich mit den Kabeln machen. Ich würde jetzt...
Aber reicht alles aus.
Dann
Jo, wie viel war da drin? Du hast dein Loot da reingetan? Dein Ernst?
Ja, Junge, ich hab's gesagt.
Schalkerbox. Oh, da hinten. Da hinten. Cool.
Den Erfolg wollte ich nur kurz haben. Spooky Skeleton.
Der Strom und so bleibt ja eigentlich alles drin in den Geräten, ne?
Ja.
Und der Speicher bleibt ja auch in der ja. Das muss aber am schnellsten jetzt gemacht werden, dass wir gucken, wo das hinkommt. Dass wir unsere Sachen wieder haben. Das kommt noch weg. Was hinter der Mauer ist, das können wir halt danach machen. Mit den Kabeln und so. Aber die Maschinen sind jetzt raus, du kannst es bauen.
Mhm.
Wurden da Mods hinzugefügt oder warum kommen manche Sachen so unbekannt vor?
Was?
Ich guck gerade im Stream, wurden da neue Mods hinzugefügt?
Nein. Wir haben immer noch dieselbe Anzahl an Mods. Wir sind aber am Überlegen, ich bin zumindest am Überlegen, ob wir das Modpack irgendwie upgraden würden.
Okay, ich habe so ein spontanes Inventar, ich hoffe, der Strom...
Weil wir haben bemerkt, dass die 1.16 sehr buggy ist und deswegen...
Oh, ziemlich leider.
Und deswegen bin ich am Überlegen, ob ich vielleicht dieses Modpack nochmal upgrade. Dass ich mir nochmal ein paar Mods raussuche, jeder kann noch Wünsche geben.
Ich wusste gar nicht, dass Minecraft sowas macht, dass bestimmte Leute schon vorher Infos bekommen. Das habe ich erst herausgefunden, als sie schon wussten, wann die neue Minecraft-Version released wird. Fun Fact, das war an meinem Geburtstag. MMI, wenn du was brauchst. Achso, du brauchst ja eben Game Mode.
Erstmal Sachen cheaten, hahaha.
Ja, immer doch.
Wo sind die Dias? Da, ich spucke Dias.
MMI. Sollte das dass das 30 Minuten vorher startet, also nicht original startet, aber dass es 30 Minuten vorher noch schon was gibt, dann beginnt
Ich
die
glaube,
Beine.
wenn das Update kommt.
Ja, instant so, ja, K-Update, das war's, haut rein.
Er hat gerade eben gesagt, holy damn.
Wie lange soll nochmal der Stream gehen?
90 Minuten,
90 Minuten, also 1,5 Stunden.
genau. Normal
Falls das
sollte es
planmäßig
ein ganzes
verläuft bei
Normal
denen.
sollte es ein ganzes Wochenende laufen, aber Corona verhindert das.
Wahrscheinlich kein...
Wenn alles planmäßig verläuft bei denen, weil solche Streams verlaufen meistens nie planmäßig.
Ach, bei denen schon.
Das ist
Bis
Microsoft,
jetzt.
Digga.
Ja,
Ja, Streamen
das-
erfunden.
MME, kannst du jetzt mal die Dias löschen? Ich mach. Cheatet er sich Dias und lässt sie trotzdem liegen?
Er wollte es dir in die Schuhe schieben wohl.
Ich habe Stream-Beweis, dass er es gedroppt hat. Nee, gefotoshoppt.
Gefotoshop.
Ja, das
Mir
kann ich
wirklich
nicht ausbessern.
Wollt ihr wirklich 1,5 Stunden lang nur den Stream anschauen?
Ja. Und voten auf Twitter.
Und danach vielleicht noch ein bisschen was anderes zocken im Stream. Und
Ja.
drüber reden über den Stream.
Woanders? Da kann man
Dafür bin
richtig
ich auch.
drüber reden. Also, wenn du mutest dich und dann redest du mit deiner Community drüber, passt doch.
Ja, das kann man machen. Da müsste ich mir mal einen Hotkey im Discord festlegen.
Meint ihr, die Abo-Counter sind zu groß bei mir im Stream?
Die gehen voll und ganz. Musst du gleich aber für den Stream, also wenn du den anderen Stream anguckst, am besten ausmachen. Weil man weiß ja nicht, was in den Ecken passiert.
Ach,
Das ist nur für diesen Stream.
Eine Minute.
angemacht.
Jo, ich habe einfach schon 7 Likes.
Bei mir hast du 8 und ein Dislike.
Ich hab nicht mal geliked und du hast schon 8.
Wenn er liked, kriegst du 100.
Ja, weil ich bodde. Ich hacke ja.
Du machst ein automatisches Bodden. Eine Account liked, die anderen Accounts liken mit.
Ja, genau. Alle meine Accounts liken gleichzeitig dann.
Geh schon mal in den Stream rein, falls er jetzt doch schon startet.
Ich guck auch mal nebenbei.
Also die hatten aber wirklich gepostet, in einer halben Stunde geht's los. Also
amerikanische Zeit.
Das, was Tobi da gesagt hat, stimmt. Amerikanische Zeit.
Gibt's ja keine Minuten.
Es
Ja.
ist jetzt unter der 30 Minuten.
Ja.
Also,
Genau, hier, merken, die haben es auch von 29 Minuten getwittert. Eine Minute müssen wir noch warten. So von einer längeren Zeit. Ja, es geht los, oder? Ne, bei mir hat sich das nur aktualisiert.
bei mir setzt sich zwischendurch die Zeit, glaube ich, aus irgendeinem Grund
Ja,
zurück.
das meine ich gerade.
Ich starte mal die Seite neu. Nö,
Ist wieder Yannick und
hat sich nicht verändert.
Ist das Tweeting jetzt 30 Minuten her? Ja. Ja, gibt auch eigentlich nicht mehr. Also,
Das haben wir einfach nur verkackt.
ja. Du brauchst aber auch die Schalker-Kisten eigentlich. Ich muss ja noch mehr abbauen. Ich hab's verstanden.
Ich nehme mal einen Backflip.
Ich hätte jetzt eigentlich ein schöneres Haus erwartet.
Hält sich auch.
Ja, kann doch.
Dann versuchen wir wenigstens das Innere hübsch zu machen.
Ja. Darauf habe ich Bock.
Ich werde sowieso, wenn ich den Fusionsreaktor habe, das erste, was ich abreiße, ist oben mein Dach. Die ganzen Windgeneratoren weg. Und dann wieder schön die Slabs rauf, damit keine Monster spawnen.
Aber
Ja,
es
noch-
sieht schon aus wie eine Fabrik.
Haben wir nicht World Edit auf dem Server?
Nicht auf dem Server leider, nicht mehr.
Ja, stimmt.
Ich bin jetzt mal diesen Amboss hier ab.
Könntest es aber wieder hinzufügen, wenn du möchtest.
Nee.
Ihr wisst ja vielleicht, habe ich ein paar Mal erwähnt, dass ich in einem Hochhaus wohne. 26 stöckig.
Adresse geleakt. Was?
Nee, das ist halt wirklich die Adresse geleakt, weil das ist das einzige Hochhaus im 20. Bezirk in Wien. War Adresse geleakt, aber das muss ich sagen.
Saturday, Oktober.
Vorgestern ist eine Frau oder Mann, man weiß es noch nicht.
Die Pre-Show startet um
stimmt.
40. Die Pre-Show startet 17:40 in Deutschland, okay.
Um wie viel Uhr?
17:40.
Oh, also doch sehr.
Ich schließe aber auch mein Spiel, dass ich die volle Leistung auf dem Stream habe.
Ich ziehe schon mal meinen Stream auf meinen Hauptbildschirm und dein Stream ziehe ich bei mir auf den zweiten Bildschirm in der Hoffnung, dass das so annimmt. Das werde ich
Aha.
nämlich jetzt einmal kurz testen.
Okay, was ich mache, einfach damit ich triggern kann, spiele ich dabei Fortnite.
Warte mal.
Einfach damit man.
Die sind auf einem Kanal öfters live auf verschiedenen Sprachen. Wie haben sie denn das hingekriegt?
Ja, das ist Microsoft. Sie haben das Stream erfunden.
Aber es ist, Digga, es ist live.
Ja,
Wie sollen die
Ja,
da
Minecon,
so schnell die
der
Übersetzung
YouTube
machen?
gehört denen. Natürlich können sie das.
So eine schnelle Übersetzung, meinst du echt? Ich meine, ja egal, scheiß drauf.
Haben wahrscheinlich jeden Mitarbeiter. Oder sie wissen genau, was sie sagen.
Bin mal kurz weg.
Das wissen sie wahrscheinlich sowieso mit diesen Geräten.
sie werden sehr wahrscheinlich die Untertitel auf Englisch machen, weil.
Denke ich nicht. Weil die Show an sich ist ja auf Englisch.
Ja, aber damit man das nochmal nachlesen kann. Oh, wow, Minecraft und Live.
Ah, geil. Heute gibt's Burger vom Araber. Let's go.
Ja, jetzt um Animationen ins Spiel. Woo.
Ich stelle das nur spontan hier hin, MMA.
Ja.
Ich muss noch den ganzen
Sieht so
Speicher.
hässlich aus.
Ei.
Egal.
Okay, 40 startet das bei uns. Dann schließe ich mein Spiel gleich mal.
Ja, dann starte ich mal Fortnite.
Was?
Ich habe ja gesagt, einfach um zu triggern, spiele ich dabei Fortnite.
Zum Glück am Fortnite spielen.
Ich lese es jetzt schon. Fortnite ist besser.
Nee, Fortnite.
Das war
ja,
letztes Jahr. Das haben
Minecraft,
ganz viele geschrieben. Ganz
Minecraft,
viele geschrieben.
Minecraft ist einfach ein Legendenspiel.
Mm.
Es ist
Sechs
nicht
Minuten
das.
noch.
Ich gebe zu, Minecraft ist nicht das beste Spiel, aber es ist halt ein Legendenspiel.
Es ist das meistverkaufte Spiel der Welt. Nein, was soll ich sagen?
Jetzt.
Ja, ich habe Minecraft 3-mal gekauft.
Ich habe Minecraft
Viermal.
zweimal gekauft.
Ich habe 2-mal am Handy.
Ich habe es zweimal
Einmal
gekauft
für die
und trotzdem
PS3. Einmal, ja, am PC.
Ach, darum geht's auch. Ja, dann habe ich für PS3 und PS4 auch gekauft. Und Minecraft Dungeon, ne? Wenn das noch dazu zählt.
Minecraft Dungeons hat auch Gaming Guides gesagt, wird was Großes angekündigt.
Oh, bitte darf ich jetzt endlich Sachen aus meinem Inventar Freunden droppen können.
Also Cosplay bestimmt safe. Das wird bestimmt safe angekündigt.
Ja, hoffentlich.
Und was ich mir auch gut vorstellen kann, sind 2 neue DLCs. Also 2 neue Maps und sowas. Das kann ich mir
Ja,
gut vorstellen.
kann ich mir auch gut vorstellen. Ich kann mir aber auch vorstellen, PS4-Server.
das wird das recht passieren. Er hat auch gesprochen, da lohnt sich, dass man die PS4 wieder starten kann. Es lohnt sich.
Ich werde mir die PS5 nicht kaufen, sondern nur den Controller. Ich habe mich entschieden.
Ich habe schon bestellt. Oh, das frisst jetzt aber ziemlich viel Strom. Wir sollten schnell gucken, dass wir die Inneneinrichtung fertig kriegen. Eben baut das auch im Game Mode. Solange es nichts ist mit Technik und so. Ich rede jetzt von Lampen.
Ja. Es gibt ja so eine Mod. Das sind aber nur Schränke.
Mhm.
Was stellst du dir denn so vor?
I don't know.
Ja, ich brauche Inspiration, Hilfe! Ich platziere mal hier Bett. So, mit dem Bett anfangen. Fang immer mit dem Bett an. Ken, was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Grün.
Grün.
Okay, passt.
Ey, mittlerweile ist ja nicht mehr die Minecon, sondern nur Minecraft Live.
Naja, wenn man googelt, ist es immer noch die.
Okay.
Wenn ihr die Musik im Hintergrund hört, das ist von der Minecraft. Ich rede jetzt mit meinen Zuschauern.
Du brauchst deine Zuschauer, Mama.
Mama, ich bin im YouTube. MME. Mein Inventar ist zu voll, um noch mehr Windgenerator mitzunehmen.
Ja, ich kann die auch nicht nehmen.
Ich beende jetzt Minecraft und gehe in den Stream rein, der in 3 Minuten startet.
Mach ja.
Hi. 5.
Hi.
Doch.
Nicht 5.
Wissen Sie sich!
Mann, Steve.
Thomas startet 40, falls du lesen kannst.
Ja, ich weiß, habe ich gerade gelesen. Ah.
Also die haben mir behauptet, Fettes anzukündigen. Und wenn ich schwöre, hat wer Bock auf eine Wette?
Nein!
Was?
Ich würde gerne eine Wette abschließen, ob es das Höhlen-Update wird, was jetzt kommt.
So, ne.
Gaming Guides hat auch vorhin gesagt,
Glaube
dass-
nicht, glaube nicht.
Angeteased hat Gaming Guides es aber und er weiß es.
Er hat bei dem Stream gerade eben gesagt, dass wenn man den ersten Trailer von Minecraft Live anguckt, hat er gesagt, welches Update kommt.
Oh, das wird interessant. Oh, es geht los.
Scheiße, es startet!
Ja,
Es geht los. Stream, ich muss kurz wechseln.
Hey, what's going on?
Fortnite starten. Da.
Der Ernst, Digga.
I'm going to take this time and explain a little bit about myself and my relationship and history with Minecraft. It all started back in 2012. I didn't have a PC to where I could run Minecraft, so I waited for it to come out on Xbox. I got it and I just fell in love with it. I went to events,
Ich hab was
I met a
verstanden,
lot of
Leute.
people,
Xbox.
and I get a chance to do this right now, all because of Minecraft. That's allowed me to
Schaut
have
ihr
a
offiziellen Minecraft-Account?
I was
Ja,
also a part
offiziell
of the
Minecraft-Account.
Minecraft live show
Ja,
back
ja,
in
same.
2018, which was the first time they brought on creators,
Meine
and it was
Streamverzögerung
just
ballert aber
incredible.
ziemlich.
But it's a brand new year. and this
Community
is just going to
Community
be
Pre-Show.
phenomenal. Now, this
Bei
year
denen ist
is
es
the
schon
community
22 Uhr oder
pre-show.
was?
So you're going to hear a little bit about what's coming
Stand oben in der
today.
Ecke, glaube ich.
Also, we're going to hear from a few of our friends and what their year has been like. And what
In
we
21
coming
Minuten.
to Minecraft live
Oder
this
was?
year.
Ja,
Now, the
21
use
Minuten
of
und
our
50
language
Sekunden.
besides
So,
English,
wer ist denn am
don't
besten in
worry,
Englisch und
we're
kann
working
wenigstens
with
ein bisschen
community
übersetzen?
rebroadcasters who speak other
könnte
languages
aber kein
that are
Deutsch.
helping
Ich mach das
localize
jetzt.
the broadcast.
Ich könnte auch,
So head
aber
over to
kein Bock.
minecraft.net
Ich mach das jetzt.
/live
Ich sag
to
nur
view
das
the list of
Oh mein Gott, ich will das Lama,
Now,
was
there's a
im
very
Hintergrund
special
steht.
person I want to introduce you to, and this is a person that you can just feel their energy
Ja,
through
da
the
gibt's
screen.
eine
You
ganz
know, if you ever
besondere
just look
Person,
at someone
bla
that's
bla,
like, wow, this
ich euch
person
zeigen
has
will, bla
so
bla.
much energy, they have made my day feel better, and
Jetzt,
this
wenn
person is
jetzt
going
Notch
to be
kommt.
Shovel.
Uff.
So here she is.
Wow,
Not-
man kann den Stream
not-
danach noch
Thanks, Bigby.
angucken.
Notch hat ja einen
I'm
ziemlich
Shovel.
schlechten Eindruck von den neuen Versionen.
My house.
Aber
I hope
jetzt
you're all
hat
staying
sich
safe
geändert.
and healthy.
Digga, ich
Like
dachte,
you
das
guys
wäre
from
Adi
last
the
year's
Duck.
event.
Ich
Why
auch.
not? I love back then. I'm a longtime Minecrafter, YouTuber, and lover of all things that let my imagination run wild. I'm also a known cat lover, and I would
YouTuber
love to
gesagt.
show you one of mine,
Uff,
but every cat
peinlich.
owner knows you cannot tell them what to do. Anyway,
Schaut
we're
aber
gonna
echt
start
aus
with
wie
the
Anni.
pre-show, where we're gonna look at the last
einfach
year in
Ein bisschen
Minecraft.
schon, ne?
I've had my own exciting year in Minecraft. I was
Big
crowned a
announcement.
Minecraft champion.
Als ob
Twice.
instant.
And then later we're gonna join some of the
Update
members
Mob
of the
Votes,
community
Minecraft Dungeon,
and some
Minecraft
members
Earth
of
und
the
Mob
Mojang
Camp.
team.
Apropos, hat das Mobvote schon begonnen?
About the mob vote, but I
Deswegen.
heard there's something big being revealed right at the
Nein,
beginning.
glaube ich nicht.
So don't go anywhere. I'll be here watching.
Weil das
too
muss ich
to
jetzt auf
find
Twitter
out
mal
what it is.
nachgucken.
So grab a snack and some water.
Also direkt am
Let's
Anfang
get
kommt
into
eine Big Announcement.
Was that good? Did I do good?
Ja.
Should I have worn the crown? I tend to demand more respect
Pre-Show
when I'm
heißt
wearing the
begonnen.
crown.
Okay, what the
Kann
fuck?
man denn extra voten?
Hello everyone, I'm Marielle,
Auf
also
Twitter.
known as Marielle.
Das kann man erst
You may
dann.
know me from a couple of Minecraft
Die
series that I've
Die
kenn ich, die habe ich schon mal gesehen.
like Harmony
Marielle.
Hollow,
Hab ich auch schon mal
Minecraft
gesehen.
and Gamecraft.
Die kenn ich auch.
But I'm also known in the community for my
Die hat da
innate
geiles
ability to
Regal im
break the
Hintergrund.
game.
Der Pichu und
Randomly for
Raichu.
no reason
Aber sie hat
whatsoever,
ziemlich
it
viele
just happens
Pokémons im
completely
Hintergrund.
out of my control,
Ja.
completely out of my hands. I've had
Und
so
eine
many bugs when this
Minecraft-Kiste.
happened to me that it's become this running joke on my
Alter,
channel.
Die Minecraft-Kiste toppt alles.
Now, this year
Auf
has
Anfang,
actually been a pretty
Leute,
exciting
unsere
year. I
Reaktion
was
wird
able to
nicht,
participate in
wird
one
nicht
of
sein,
the
was labern
Minecraft
jeder, sondern
championships,
was passiert
and
im
I also made a
Hintergrund.
ton of
Alter, ich will diesen Hund haben.
But today, I'm here at
Rechts
the
unten.
Minecraft Live.
Leute, letztes Jahr im Hintergrund sah man die Bilder vom
Oh mein
Nether.
Gott, der ist so cute.
The mob voting process.
Ja.
Turns out,
Leute,
Minecraft
können wir
is
in den,
bringing
wollen wir in den
mobs for all of us to
Minecon
check out and
Channel
get to know.
wechseln?
We have the
Von mir aus.
Nein,
from
bringt sich ja
Minecraft
nichts.
Earth,
Doch, wenn
the
Vanessa und so
Ice
kommen,
Altar
dann
from
wissen wir, wo wir
Minecraft
sind.
Dungeons, and last but certainly not
Ja,
least,
lass
the
uns
Glow
machen.
Stick,
Oh
a
nein.
mysterious new mob that's also from Minecraft Earth. But you may be wondering which one's going to be added to the game. Well, that's up to you,
Oh, hi.
the community, to decide. Because
schnell.
throughout the show, all of you are going to be able to
Diese
vote for
Mobs
your
sind
favorite
von
mob
Minecraft
on the
Earth?
Minecraft Twitter page,
Ja.
as
Ja.
long as you're signed in.
Die
There's
Kuh und das
also going to be
Squid sind von
multiple
Earth.
voting rounds, so make sure you keep an eye on the vote because
Ähm,
things can
eure
change
Speicher
very quickly,
reden
and we need to make
Die
sure that the
YouTube-
Leute,
best
ich will auch
mob
was
wins.
Minecraft-Kanal.
And that one, in my opinion, is the glow stick. That's the one that I'm rooting
Deswegen
for,
bin ich mich
and
mal
that's the one that
manchmal.
I'm gonna be voting for. Anywho, that's going to be it for me. But be sure to stick around to find out more about these brand new Minecraft mobs.
Sie vote für den Glow Squid, echt jetzt?
Thanks, Mario.
Würde ich aber auch
Well,
machen.
I just want to say,
Dieser
I actually
dieser
like all
Moment-
the mobs, if
dieser
that's
Moment,
even
wenn
possible
sie
to
einfach
make
mehr,
that happen. Now, one of my favorite
Pokémon
things
mehr
this
hat als
year to
Ruhe.
come to Minecraft is the 1.16 Nether update.
the
There
end
wasn't
of
much to
Minecraft.
do in the Nether, in my personal opinion, and this update, I think everyone enjoyed it, me personally. I was already a little bit afraid of the Nether, but now I'm even more scared, but in a good way. It makes me want to go there, makes me want to do things, and there's so much that you can do in the Nether, and the fact that this is the same game, they make the updates so great that it feels like a whole new game, and you get that
Nur noch
whole
18
new
Minuten.
experience all over
Also ich
again.
jetzt auf
But
deinen
that's
Kanal,
just
ja, ne?
my story.
Du kannst auch
Here are
eine
some
Wenn du
more
die
stories
Storys
from
hören
a few
willst, dann kein
creators and
Problem.
friends around the world.
Geh lieber in den
Hello
Stream,
everyone,
geh lieber in den
my
Stream,
name is
den
Gemini
ich
K.
auf Discord
I'm
habe.
a Minecraft builder
Es gibt
and
übrigens
content
englische
creator
Untertitel.
on both YouTube and Twitch. I love using Minecraft as a platform to create art. And this year I've had a
Die sieht ja komplett scheiße aus.
time
Also,
at Minecraft.
Tobi,
I
darüber
was
reden wir jetzt
invited
nicht.
to the early access beta for Minecraft RTX on Windows 10 edition. And oh my gosh, it was
Sieht doch
incredible.
aus wie deine Mutter.
Minecraft with RTX adds so many new
Ja, die RTX-Grafik kommt endlich rein.
light emissivity is incredible.
Justin, die ist schon
Being
drin.
able to use
Bei
light
Bedrock.
Die-
building block in
Bei
the game.
Bedrock ist das eine
I've looked
Beta-Version
forward to it
gewesen.
for
Wir
such a
kriegen
long
die
time.
richtige.
And it's finally here.
Bedrock ist immer noch so Beta-Kram.
to my advantage to create more depth and
Hi
dimension
YouTube
in my
E, wir
Minecraft.
sind in einem eigenen Talk drin. In der Gruppe.
Ich muss aber sagen, mit RTX sehen die Blöcke so aus, als hätte man sie so glatt poliert, wie es nur geht. Und ich finde, naja, das passt jetzt.
Heute könnte auch die Ankündigung von Minecraft zu PS5 kommen, ne? Und Xbox.
E como uma pessoa que joga muito Minecraft mesmo, uma das coisas que eu mais gostei do update do Nether foram os blocos novos. Então se você der uma olhada daqui...
Er spricht eine komplett andere Sprache, die ich gar nicht verstehe. Deswegen versuche ich das da unten zu lesen und das verstehe ich auch nicht.
Ich habe auch Untertitel an.
Da sind extra Untertitel gerade für ihn. Weil das...
Achso, ja, ich hab's auch schon.
Ich nicht.
Das ist russisch.
Trion, wir sind in dem, in der Minecon-Gruppe.
Trion ist da nicht drin, glaube ich.
E cara, pra quem joga Minecraft há muitos anos, é muito divertido olhar o Nether que a gente já conhece de uma forma tão diferente assim.
Hey everyone, I'm Mac and Cheese, please. A Minecraft YouTube content creator and Twitch streamer. My favorite memory
Das
from
bedeutet
Minecraft
ja, dass
this year
Spark und
has
so auch,
got
dass
to
auch
be
deutsche
when we
YouTuber gleich
defeated the
reden
Ender
könnten.
Dragon for the very first time.
Imagine,
I
gleich
have
kommt so
never
Spark.
seen this
Aber
fight
Spark
before
zeigt
and had
sich
no
nicht.
idea
Nein,
what to
Spark
expect.
zeigt sich
We
nicht.
spent hours and hours
Aber vielleicht
preparing
Gaming Guides,
and
oder?
defeated
Gaming
the
Guides.
Ender Dragon our first try
Gaming Guides
in
kann ich
about
vorstellen.
15 minutes. It was so
Last
much
LP.
fun. I cannot wait to see what Minecraft has in store for
Nee,
us
aber Gaming
this
Guides kann ich
year.
mir vorstellen.
Vielleicht ja Kevin!
Genau ich.
Yeah.
Oh, das Video.
Der Trailer von
Krank.
16 Update.
Was
Krank.
ist das jetzt? Aha.
Das Video zum Meta-Update.
Haut euch dann ganz am Ende diese Höhle an, die dann ganz am Ende
Der
das
neue
Mega-Update
Smash-Charakter.
Oh, wow!
Die Melodie kennt man ja, ne?
Allein wie konnten die daran sterben?
Lost. Alles wieder näher. Alter, die Melodie muss ich auswendig lernen.
Das ist eine der bekanntesten Musik.
Ja, wie. Ja,
Das ist MMA. Das ist die
Ja,
Melodie vom Nussknacker.
nicht vom Dingskönig. Von
Back off the mountain hill!
Ich schwöre,
irgendeinem Dingskönig.
ich schwöre, ich würde nicht eine Minute darin überleben.
Aber das ist irgendwie schon ein Teaser, finde ich. Ans
Das-
nächste Update. Das Endding.
Jetzt am Ende! Leute, schaut euch mal die Höhle an!
Hey Minecraft Live, I'm
Nee,
Nick
die
Pickett.
ist ganz normal,
And
hä?
we built
Die
a
war
whole
schon
new
beim
version of
Leather
the
Update
University of
Trailer dabei.
California, Berkeley,
Es war ja auch
with
der
200
Trailer, ne?
fellow
Also
students
Da war, glaube ich, schon der erste
alumni
Fehler.
and hosted a virtual graduation.
Ist das nicht dieser
During
Freund
the
von
ceremony,
Dream?
we had the pleasure of working with the university, a production company, and dozens of our own builders to
Das nicht
produce a
der Typ von
graduation unlike any
Ja,
seen.
keine Ahnung.
We had 7 speakers join us that day, including our school's chancellor and
Ah,
Minecraft's own
geil, es
Lydia
ruckelt gar
Winters.
nicht.
addition to the ceremony,
Das ist bestimmt RTX, was sie jetzt zeigen gerade.
with over 60 artists performing back-to-back to celebrate. With the
Alle
help
Facecam
of some of the most
Qualität.
talented builders and developers,
Was sind das für Laserstrahlen? Ich will die auch.
This
Wie haben sie das denn
project
gemacht?
Das ist Hardcore-Modded gerade gewesen.
On top of all of this, we decided to take all the
Trion bittet um eine Einladung.
put it towards a good cause, which is
Nein.
why we partner with a charity.
Discord!
Thousands of dollars to support pandemic
Aber
relief.
Trion sagt doch
From
eh
all of us
nichts.
in the Block League team,
Jetzt ehrlich.
we hope you're
Nur
enjoying
Front, aber-
Minecraft Live.
Bei den einen im Hintergrund war eben gerade Discord.
Okay, so we've heard about how 2020's been for a few people within the community, but what's next for Minecraft? Now, there's already a lot of things in Minecraft, but if there was one thing that I would want to see, is something that would fly, some type of creature, maybe a monster,
Update.
and you would be
Okay,
walking out on
update.
a nice sunny day, you know, maybe just mining or doing some crafting or in your farm, and next thing you know, something would swoop down, not a phantom, and it would actually pick you up and take you through the sky.
Oh
I
Gott,
think
mein
that
Burger
would
ist
be
da, ciao.
really cool, but maybe that will never happen. Now, the community has always
Er wird es aber noch nicht
the next
ankündigen
big
jetzt,
update for
weil
Minecraft
erst
could
20
be
oder
a new
Jetzt
mob,
dauert
a
es.
new boss, a new
Aber es müssen noch ein paar
biome.
Deutsche
And
kommen,
as
bitte.
you're making
Ja,
your
werde ich
guesses,
auch für.
right now, I would assume we're gonna go ahead and throw some more ideas
Mindestens
in the
Gaming
mix.
Guides.
Nein, Gaming
Hello there, Minecraft Live. Good times with here, and I am a content creator and a member of
Ich meine, das
the
Gaming
Minecraft
Guys, was
server,
mit denen
and
zusammen
I've
gemacht,
been playing
wissen wir ja.
Minecraft for 10 years. This is my 10-year
Ey, es
month
machen noch,
anniversary,
manchmal
and what
noch
better
andere
way to
Livestreams
celebrate
wie
10
American
years
Sign
playing
Language.
Minecraft, but to hang out with you here at
Das
Minecraft
gleiche
Live
mit,
and speculate on
ja,
what we'd like to see
Amerika,
added to Minecraft, and
englische
way back in the day
Übersetzung,
when
glaub
they
ich.
added colored glass to the game.
Vielleicht
I thought,
verloren.
how cool would it be if these naturally generated in caves as if they were crystals?
Okay,
Just
Minecraft
colored crystals hanging from the
Minecraft
caves,
füttert auch
add a
alles,
little
was
life, little energy to the
vorkommt.
caves, and I thought that would be fun, but let's take
Monster
this up a
willkommen im
notch.
Stream
Say we're
und
down in the
willkommen im
caves and we
Discord.
break open a wall into a gigantic cave with cathedral ceilings, crystals hanging down from the ceilings, and these crystals come in all the variety of colors in Minecraft. And we pick
Werden
out
die
the
Werkzeuge
orange
jetzt
crystal,
größer in der Hand,
and
also
we
die
knock
Waffen und
down that
Spitzhacken und
orange
so?
crystal,
wurde
and we can
bestätigt,
take
dass
the
das
fragments of
Cave-Update
this
ist, nur
orange
weil ich
crystal
2
and put it in
Sekunden
a
weg
torch
war.
or put it in a
Nein,
lantern.
es ist
We're
nur
now
die
casting
Pre-Show, ne? Das
orange
hat
light
nichts
in
mit
Minecraft.
der
That is
Ankündigung
right.
zu
We
tun.
can now cast
Aber er labert
colored
doch
light of
gerade
all
irgendwas vom
varieties
Cave.
in Minecraft via torches
Ach,
or
Nintendo.de.
lanterns,
Vielleicht
add
erzähl-
more atmosphere and
Hoppla.
more design
Vielleicht denkt
possibilities
er,
with our
dass das
builds. Just imagine your
Cave-Update
builds now,
kommt.
but being illuminated with color
Oder
light.
er
How
sagt, was er
Vielleicht
amazing
wissen
would
es
that
ja
be?
schon.
Now, another thing I'd love
Die
to
wissen
see
es ja eh
added to
schon.
Minecraft
Wie einfach
is
wird
some
nur
way
Star
of
Wars in Deutschland.
auto-loading and ejecting
Ja, aber ich gerade
music discs
sagen,
from
Star
the
Wars,
jukebox.
ich,
So
Minecraft
now
ist
we
Star Wars,
have
nichts Update
colored
Star
light in
Wars.
the game along with auto-playing music. We've basically together here created a disco on Minecraft, and that sounds absolutely amazing. So let me know what you think of those ideas, and I cannot wait to find out
Vielleicht
what
Real-Life
video
Music
is
Disc
coming
von
soon.
Glaubt ihr, Gaming Guys redet dann auf Englisch oder auf Deutsch?
Deutsch.
We have been huge
Ach,
fans
du
of
Scheiße.
Minecraft since the very beginning and have so much fun creating videos.
Oh Gott, was ist das
From
jetzt für
silly
eine
build competitions
K-Pop-Gruppe?
to our epic creativity is
Ja,
literally
da bestimmt
limitless.
ja BTS.
That's why we're
BTS.
super excited for the glow squid.
BTS in Malpflicht.
We could build a glowing underwater city.
That'd be so
Oder?
cool. I wonder what we'd be able to craft. Maybe we'll be able to craft.
Kennt ihr sie?
I wonder what some of the most
Vielleicht den dahinter, den kennt man, den grünhaarigen. Oh, nee.
Ah, guck mal, die erzählen gerade,
Nein,
warum du
ich
der
auch.
Ey, die sagen gerade, warum der
안녕하세요, 마인고 시청자 여러분들. 저는 유튜브에서
Ach du heilige Scheiße, ich bin raus, ciao.
저는 8년 동안 마인크래프트를 즐기고 있는 만큼 저에게 있어서 마인크래프트에 대한 일상에서 정말 큰 부분을 차지하고 있는데 올해도 굉장히 많은
War der nicht letztes Jahr auch schon mal da?
그 중에서
War der nicht letztes Jahr auch schon mal dort?
팬분들이 직접 만들어주신 컨텐츠들이
derselben
기억에 많이
Ankündigung?
남습니다.
Diese Sprache.
마인크래프트에는 여러 바이옴이
könnte doch
존재하는데
Frag auch,
그 바이옴 특색에 맞게
wenn
새로운
der
블록
Typ
아이템을
auch
Ja, ja, den könnte auch, ja.
쌓였으면
Ja.
좋겠습니다.
Könnte doch auch Spa.
특히
Ja,
바다가
halt dich
굉장히
da
좋아하기
in
때문에
Ruhe.
마인크래프트 바다에
Noch haben wir noch
멋지고
einen
예쁜 블록과 강력한 보스몹이 추가되길 바라고
Ich verstehe
있습니다.
alles, was er sagt. Voila.
이상으로 여러분들에게 저 랩맨
Sowas von.
마인크래프트에서
Ich kann's euch alles übersetzen.
말해보았습니다.
Aufs kleinste Detail. So schnell wie der redet.
정말 감사하고요.
Ich kann euch die Wörter übersetzen, bevor er die Wörter ausspricht.
많이 시청해주세요. 그럼 안녕.
Ich auch. Zufällig gibt's da oben eine Übersetzung.
Hello, my name is Escalade5 and I'm a Minecrafter, and today is
Annyeong.
a
German,
big
please.
day. It's an omega big day today
Das
because
not?
it's one of these
Das ist dann YouTube und Twitch
big
Creator.
RPG fan. I've obviously been completely stuck
Not
with
Bruder,
dungeons since
Human.
Hey, was machst du da drin?
Ich meine doch, ich war mit auf Englisch.
I wonder if they're gonna make
Weil ich
another
auf
like themed
ein
upgrade.
Jungle Update
Maybe
will ich.
Maybe mountains.
Gib's
Ich
mir.
musste kurz mal lauter stellen.
Vielleicht ein Essens-Update.
Oceanic
Mit dem Ofen und
updates.
so.
That'd be kind of weird swimming around underground and stuff like that. Anyway, personally, I'm hoping for two things. I'm hoping
irgendwas mit
that we'd
Mountains.
be able to customize
Dann-
our little
Meint ihr, es
character
kommt
a little bit
Deutsche?
more, like the visuals of the character.
Nein,
I'd love to
glaube ich
see
nicht.
like, being able
Vielleicht.
to get a skin
Wenn
that's
Japaner
outside the
vorkommt,
game
wieso
into
kein
the game.
Deutscher?
That would be absolutely amazing.
I mean,
and I would,
die Deutschen
I would
sind auch einer der
really like
größten
to be able to change up that little
Minecraft-Community, die es
base
gibt.
area, add things, maybe
Vielleicht
put things
kommt
on the
Nintendo,
wall.
weil der immer noch
Sword,
live ist.
Put it on the wall, memorize it. That would be absolutely amazing.
You know, that's a very good point.
7 Minuten noch, da oben ist der Countdown.
Well, I guess we'll have to see. Thank you from me and everyone you've seen so far for watching the pre-show. Minecraft Live is just about to start, but we're such a small part of this community.
Digga, der Countdown geht noch 7 Minuten.
This year in
streamt halt nicht
Minecraft.
mal, ne?
Thanks everyone.
Doch, bestimmt auf Twitch.
Nee, halt eben nicht.
I earned this crown the last time. I get to wear it until
Aber Gaming
I'm
Guys auf
dethroned,
YouTube.
which means I can wear it the whole time until then. There's a lot more rainbow because it is in honor of it
Ja.
being Pride Month.
Gleich.
Gleich wieder die englische Anni.
Als ob, Digga. Den kann ich sein. Nein.
Nein. Ja,
Dann nehmen Sie den Deutschen und dann Lars oder so.
Ja, wir hoffen auf Spark. Was bekommen wir?
Als wenn sie Lars oder so ernsthaft gebracht haben.
Digga, Gott sei Dank ist jetzt nicht raus, oder?
Nein!
Leute, seid mal jetzt leise. Leute, seid mal jetzt leise. Ich hab nämlich nicht verstanden, was Lars gesagt hat. Haltet doch mal Deutsch an.
Er hat wahrscheinlich einfach nur
I mean, how can I not get excited about transforming the look and feel of Minecraft
So ist
from
der
this
Stream
scene
von Basti
with
Sponsor bei
RTX
Nvidia.
on to
Ja, Mann.
this with RTX on?
Random ist auch mit drin.
Exklusiv Minecraft China.
Nee, Spark streamt nicht.
Oh, das könnte Kevin sein.
Auf den Spark ist live in der Show dabei.
Genau deswegen ist es live.
This is kind of blowing my mind. What a cool update.
Was macht denn man netter dort?
Also, sehr.
Aber wahrscheinlich freut man sich so, oh, das sind Wildschweine, diese süßen Biester. Oder was für Teufel bist du?
Ihr seid echt zu laut, Leute, ne?
Sorry.
Laut und rassistisch.
Der hat Minecon-Merch.
Kurze Zeit sah er mir aus wie Mr. Bean.
Digga, was haben diese Chinesen mit ihren Modpacks? Das ist doch ein Minecraft.
Ja, sieht aber lecker aus.
Ist er gerade die Biene? Ja.
Lockdown-Tipp! Den kenn ich. Der kriegt eine Mod-Sachen
Ja, machen die jetzt Modpack-Werbung oder?
Sowas hat Unge auch bekommen, diese Kiste.
Jo.
Da hab ich auch schon mal gelesen.
Das habe ich auch bekommen.
Wahrscheinlich hast du das bekommen.
Excuse me, I don't appreciate.
Boah, Basti GG wäre geil.
Ja, Basti GG wäre mega geil, wenn es eine Challenge ist.
Er hat halt so viel erreicht.
Nee, Basti wird nicht gezeigt, weil er streamt.
Leute, dieser Clip war auf Twitter. Weil dieses mit den Bienen war auf Twitter, bevor das in den Livestream kam.
Ja, aber eben muss ja nicht sein, dass es direkt live ist. Es kann auch sein, dass sie einfach der Bücher und Clips eingesetzt haben.
Oh ja, ich kenne die Mod. Das war der Osborn-Mod.
Los demás que hay en el juego son el pez de plata, los endermitas, las arañas.
Ich will keinen Roleplay haben.
Digga, was haben die Italiener mit ihrem...
Pass auf, Leute, gleich gestrandet X Minecon. Das ist genauso. Als ob es nur bei einem Deutschen bleibt.
Zu einer weiteren extremen
Wir
werden heute komplett Minecraft auf den Kopf stellen.
Taking this, okay?
What do I do with it? What do I do with it? It's on my head and I don't know what to do with it.
Ah, damn.
Okay, give me an opportunity. Set me up.
Oh, there's a lot of zombies. Throw it, throw it, throw it. Throw it in the middle. Yeah.
Das hat die Enttäuschung von Lars wieder gemacht.
Ja.
Warte mal kurz. Basti kommt nicht, weil er live ist?
Die kenne ich sogar.
3 Minuten nur noch. Die füllen das einfach nur mit unnötigen Kram, ey. Bestimmt.
Ich sag so die Pre-Show.
Ja, ich habe nicht gecheckt, dass das einfach alte Clips sind. Ich dachte, das wäre Ding.
Was doch också förstört.
Ragazzi, tutto nuovo.
Jetzt erinnere mich an Genshin Impact.
Tantissimo da esplorare, io non vedo l'ora. Il fuoco
Ja, komm, so jedes Land irgendwie so mal 5. Ja, guck mal 2 hier.
What? Don't take all the cakes. You can pay for those.
El daño, cómo vas creciendo tú como personaje depende de dos cosas, el nivel.
Ich will kein Roleplay haben.
das wirklich nicht.
Wir wurden gestrandet.
Ja, die Italiener kamen schon 80 Mal vor, die Japaner schon 50 Mal. Ja, was habt ihr?
Das kann nicht sein.
There they are. Look at them. Oh, they are so cute. And that, right there, ladies and gentlemen,
Meint, es kommt noch ein
is
Deutscher,
our
einer
first
kommt noch
bee
safe.
nest.
Look at that. I love seeing like
Solange nicht Aerosol oder so ist.
the light beams.
Wenig Craft.
Ja, weniger. Was auch geil wäre, wäre The Joker.
Ja, ein Deutscher.
Where did you
Was
die?
ein Deutscher Österreicher.
Why would you want to teleport me?
Oh, I'm doing it now.
Castflow.
Oh Gott, Digga. Wenn Castro kommt, ich schließe den Stream und verpiss mich. Step, bro, I'm stuck.
Sieht nicht so aus, als überlebt er das.
Also, ich will ja keine Songs haben.
Hey, kann man Rahmen unter
Was?
Wasser...
Es gibt in Wassertempeln solche Kisten?
Es geht los!
Kann man Rahmen unter Wasser placen?
Ja.
Echt jetzt? Kann man?
Ja.
Geil. Okay.
Gimingo, Hilfe! Hilfe wird neu gemacht!
Oh Gott.
Das Ding ist der Stream und was geht viel weiter vor.
Was geht jetzt ab?
Ist der Stream und was geht viel weiter vor? Ah, wie ist es dazu gekommen?
Oh, fuck. Bruder,
Das kennt man den Trailer!
ich lebe aus Mexiko. Österreich.
Österreich!
Hinten ist der Schlüssel! Der Schlüssel wird neu!
Hä, der ist aus Dungeon, Digga. Berge. Das
Die
ist
werden ja eh neu
noch.
gemacht.
Okay, alles. Ja. Ja. Ich will erst einen haben wegen.
Oh, Hintergrund.
Oh. Ui.
Jo. Oh mein Gott, wie süß.
Hello and welcome to
Hello,
Minecraft
Ant.
Live 2020. I'm Lydia Winters, your host and chief storyteller for Mojang Studios. We're coming to you live from Stockholm, Sweden, the birthplace of Minecraft. Some of our amazing team members couldn't be here today, so we recorded the Minecraft Earth and Creator Tools segments in Redmond earlier this week.
Tobi, Kevin, Loser!
Before we get started, we want to acknowledge
Ja, wahrscheinlich
the
habe ich das so
number of
laut, Digga.
challenges
Entspann
around
dich
the
mal.
world right now, as well as the mental, physical,
Ja,
and
wahrscheinlich,
emotional
Digga.
toll those challenges are taking on all of us. With that in mind, we want to give the opportunity today to take a breath, have fun, enjoy the games we love, and celebrate all of you, our incredible Minecraft community. It won't all be easy. You'll have to decide which mob to vote into the game, which, based on votes in previous years, will be super tough. You'll not only get to hear about what's coming to your favorite Minecraft games, you'll also hear directly from the development teams. We want you to leave today knowing about the exciting additions coming to Minecraft and also why our team has made those decisions. An insider's look at what's brewing at Mojang Studios. Today, we're kicking things off with the announcement of the... We're gonna tell you right now.
Junge, ich hab... Ey, Junge, wahrscheinlich stell ich mich leise. Was soll das denn?
Hi, Agnes and Brandon. Let's do this.
Okay, the next update is the update that we know that so many of you, and well, so many of us as well, has been wanting for such a long time. It's the Caves and Cliffs update.
Caves and Cliffs Update. Endlich!
It must feel amazing to be able to tell everyone that.
Endlich werden diese dämlichen scheiß Caves geupdatet.
I was always thinking about like when is the cave update gonna come, and this is it, but it's also got the cliffs as well. It's got the mountains. Like this is such a big update and I'm so excited.
How are you feeling, Agnes?
Great, like, no, it's so good. So we have been working on this update for quite long, and we're like, we can't wait to tell everyone, and now we just announced it. It feels
So we're actually getting our first live look at some reactions.
Oh.
Okay, that's very cute.
So cute.
Those mobs are very, very excited. This year we asked some of our communities to submit questions that we'll answer across the show. This first question definitely feels like something everyone wants to know.
Mi pregunta es, ¿por qué se han tardado tanto en actualizar las cuevas y cuándo llegarán? En verdad que hemos estado pidiendo esto por muchísimo tiempo.
Ich verstehe alles.
Why has it taken so long? Like Brandon, I've been waiting a long time too.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So since this update really is the update, like we have been dreaming about it for so long, so it felt so important for us to do it right. Like we don't want to rush it. But now we feel it's the right time. Like we have spent the time we need to really like understand the vision we have for the update, and also to make sure that we understand what the community actually wants. And we've also like planned around it to make sure that we really can work together with the community to make this and like as epic update as possible. And we have also hired some new amazing developers to the team.
And you're one of the amazing developers, Brandon.
Yeah, I joined this year in January, and I actually came from the community. I used to do modding for 10 years. One of the first mods I worked on was the Aether, which is like a dimension that added sky islands and stuff. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be here and work on an update this epic.
It's so happy to have you.
We have another creator question.
Hi, I'm the Pink Diamond Diva, and this is my question. Are you making the caves more advanced for older players so they can mine deep, or are you making them more accessible and
Ich bin mal
easy to
kurz
navigate
weg.
for newer players?
Such a great question.
Yeah, I mean, with this update, we're making sure that we can have as much variation as possible within the actual caves themselves, but we want to make sure that the old caves are still retained as much as possible to keep that classic feel.
Yeah, and we really also looked into to make sure that we have something for everyone, because you know we have such a huge community, and it's also a very diverse community, and that's such a beautiful thing. So we really want this update to have something for everyone. So actually, we made sure to map all the features in the update to different player styles to really see that we fulfill that goal.
That's so cool. And you had such a big thought process on how you decide what even goes into an update this big.
Yeah, we have spent quite a lot of time on just making sure that we have a very good like fundament for the update. For example, we did the player style mapping, and we've also worked with design pillars. So the design pillars, they kind of describe the vision of the update. So for example, they help us when we like prioritize between different features, and also when we design each specific feature. And we have 3 pillars for this update.
Was habe ich verpasst?
The first one is actually all about like the spectacular mountains, the snowy snow, and the mischievous ghosts. Because at last year's live, the players voted for these features, and we felt like it's so important to deliver on that promise. So we actually wanted to have it as a pillar.
Yeah, and another pillar that we actually integrated
Ich will endlich abstimmen können.
to mining. So of course Minecraft already has plenty of strategy in mining, but we wanted to see if we could push that just a little bit further and add even more mechanics that make it interesting for players to mine in the caves.
Yeah, and the third pillar is to create an underground of marvel for the players. And that pillar is a lot about like adding variation to the underground and like contrasts and like inspire players to like craft their own underground adventures and build underground. And one thing we have done to like fulfill this pillar is that we have added new cave biomes, and one of them is the lush caves.
Okay.
Das sollen Caves sein.
Aber Blüten an den Bäumen, habt ihr gesehen, ne?
Oh mein Gott,
Neue Erde.
Neue Erde.
Alter, was
Ach du Scheiße.
Jo!
Das Thema das sieht aus wie ein Terraria einfach.
Ja,
Es gibt Grasdruckplatten oder so eine Art. Man kann auch so. Oh mein Gott, diese Blüten an der Decke.
Digga, das ist doch Bioms in Plenty, what the fuck, das ist doch kein Minecraft.
Da unten ist noch ein neuer Busch.
Also die hinzufügen ganz viele neue Sachen wohl. Das ist jetzt eine von den Höhlen.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to make sure that, of course, in Minecraft, all the original caves, you know, they're pretty much the same. There's not much variation in terms of vegetation or different features inside of it. So for this, we wanted something which is a bit more like light and lush and actually has vegetation. And I mean, I think it looks amazing.
It's gorgeous. What was the inspiration behind it?
So we were thinking about, okay, so how should it feel when you are in a lush cave? And we wanted to be like, so you feel like very tiny inside like a big garden or big forest. So like when you look up, it's actually like vegetation above.
Ich kriege gerade das Kotzen.
And one source
Das Essen ist fertig und ich kann die Minecon nicht weiter gucken. Ah!
Like a tiny character, and then it's like huge forest, and you see.
Ich werde sie ja beim Stream laufen lassen. Ich muss jetzt weg.
So big compared to the character.
Treten, treten. Will ich gerade treten. Ich bin mal kurz weg essen. Bis gleich.
There was this new tree that was actually above on the overworld, and this is called an azalea tree. So it's a unique type of tree that it'll be easy to spot for players. And if you actually find this and start going down its roots, you will find a lush cave there. So this is another part of adding strategy to mining, where you know there are certain landmarks which will allow you to understand what you're doing in the game.
That's cool. And another one of the new blocks is a block called Spore Blossom. And it's that you maybe saw it in the video. It's a big pink flower that you find in the roof of the lush cave. And it will drip particles from that flower, but it will also actually feel like a big volume around it with particles. So it's similar to the particles that we added to the nether biomes in the nether update. But the cool thing here is that you can move the flower if you want to and get this particles anywhere you want in your world, so you can actually be very creative with that.
That's so awesome, and it's the lush caves have a real glow to them from one of the plants.
Yes, so there are vines in the lush caves, and they have glow berries on them, and these are actually a light source. And you can also pick them and eat them if you want to.
Nice.
Yes. And another plant we actually have is the drip leaf plant. And you can actually see that they can kind of grow from like water or anywhere else. And they grow quite tall, but they have like a little plant on the top that you can actually hop onto. So the idea of the mechanic behind it is that the leaf will actually tilt down when you stand on it too long. So this will actually make you fall through. However, after a few seconds, it'll come back up. So it's kind of this like platforming block that allows you to just, you know, continue platforming over and over again, which I hope is really exciting for, you know, content creators making maps.
Yeah, you can build like your own platforming levels, and then they will repair themselves. That's kind of neat.
It's so beautiful in there, and there's actually a mob coming to the lush caves.
Yes, there is, but we will actually not tell you about this mob now, because in the end of the show we will show even more features coming to the Caves and Cliffs update, and then we're gonna show that mob.
This is the first time we have so much that we're actually splitting the update section into two, at the beginning and towards the end of the show. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You've also worked on improving the cave generation.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so as you can see here, I mean, this is drastically different to what caves used to look like. And there's definitely still the old style of caves, but we wanted to make sure that there was much more variety in the sort of caves, and the shapes and the sizes you could get. And even here, you can see that there's some water underground.
Yes, so we actually added something we call local water levels. So in one cave you might find like a cavelet, and another cave might not have that one. And this also means that we get naturally generated waterfalls, which is so pretty. And it also kind of gives like new ways to traverse the underground. You can actually go cave rafting.
Yeah, so you'll see in a bit that our player here will actually use a boat to raft. And that is just such an exciting opportunity to be able to traverse the caves in a very different way than you used to.
Yeah, we were playtesting, and then one of the devs like, look at this, it's so fun, and all of us just started to go with the boat on the waterfalls. It was a lot of fun.
So another thing to note here is that you could see that a lot of the ores were actually glowing. This is just for preview purposes. Ores aren't going to glow now. It's just that the caves tend to be quite dark, and we want to make sure that players can see the shapes of the cave.
Now, will that only be for the like normal caves, or will this run across all of the new cave biomes?
Yeah, so the really cool thing is that like the new cave shapes and sizes is completely independent from the new biomes. So that means that we have so much variation. Because for example, a lush cave can, for example, generate, in a super narrow tunnel, but it can also generate in like a huge cavern, and that creates completely different atmospheres, but it's still the same biome. So we're really gonna have lots of variation on the ground now.
You've been calling two of the different cave types spaghetti and Swiss cheese? Like that's how varied the caves could be?
Yes, I mean, there are so many different variables of how the variation works, and I mean, it has even more variation than the overworld itself. It's just crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah, some of the caves, for example, have really cool pillars, and some are more like flat, some are tall. Lots of variation.
Very nice. And you have another new cave biome to show us.
Yes, so we have the Dripstone Caves biome. And whenever I think about the idea of a cave update, the image of stalagmites and stalactites comes into my head. But adding these are pretty difficult. It's a very unique shape that Minecraft isn't really accustomed to. But I think the way that the artist put it into Minecraft works quite well. And of course, there's some mechanics surrounding this, so you can see that someone destroyed the block up the top, and so the dripstone fell down. And also, unfortunately for this zombie here, if you fall on these dripstones, you will get hurt.
There's another interesting mechanic in the dripstone caves.
Yes, so maybe you saw in the video that like from the stalactites, you could see that it was like dripping water. So actually, if you put a cauldron under a stalactite, it will fill up with water. So it's renewable water.
And how do you remember which is stalactites and stalagmites?
Well, that's a very good question. It has been very tricky to remember that, but I think I learned. So we actually, it's hold on tight to stalactite. So stalactite is in the roof and stalagmite is on the floor.
Perfect. Yeah. We've been practicing that, all of us.
For a long time, like even.
And you have something really amazing in this update for sort of redstone engineers out there.
Yes, so we've actually been thinking about this redstone block that lives in the deep dark, a new biome at the deepest depths of the world. We're not going to talk about this biome too much today, but we are going to show some of the blocks and maybe later a mob that comes from it. So if we look at the video, we can actually see that it's basically this growth, and this is called the skulk blocks. And one of the blocks is called the skulk sensor. This is the new redstone block. As you can see, when you place or destroy a block, or if you have footsteps, it'll actually detect the vibrations around and then emit a redstone signal. So this is going to be very interesting for redstone players. We even have a mechanic around it where you can actually use wool with wool occlusion to essentially prevent signals from being able to get into the skulk sensor. So let's take a look at that now.
Ich glaube, da kommt bald Minecraft 2.
Was ist das für eine neue Mechanik?
And as you can see here, I walked next to the skulk sensor, and it's actually kind of doing an infinite loop where the piston is causing a vibration, and then it's activating the skulk sensor and going over and over again. But here, I've actually put a wool block in between the piston, which prevents the signal from going to the skulk sensor. This can allow you to even do sort of directional skulk sensors where you can put wool blocks on each side and only allow it to detect vibrations in front of it. And vibrations can be so many different things. It can be a snowball hit, it could be an arrow, it could be footsteps, it could be blocks, anything.
So cool.
Yeah.
And another thing, we had a bit of a happy accident with this because we realized that we get wireless redstone thanks to the skulk sensor.
Yes.
So and we didn't even plan to add it, but then when we started playtesting, we're like, wait, we got wireless redstone, and that's so exciting. And well, you can just build so many cool things with that. It's gonna be exciting to see what the community will build.
Yeah, you're really looking for community feedback to make sure this feels great for everyone.
Absolutely. I think because this is such a unique mechanic, we really want to make sure that we get it right. And we love the redstone community, and we want to make sure that we do it right. So any feedback you have, any ideas, send it to us, and we will work with you to make this the best block that it can be.
And now we said there's another mob coming later. but I think it's time for a new mob coming to the Caves and Cliffs update.
It is, and this is a very scary mob, and it lives in the deepest of the underground, in the deep dark, and this is a very dark place. And the cool thing is that this mob is very well adapted to the environment, so it can't see anything. So it's the first blind mob in Minecraft, and that's very interesting because it gives such interesting mechanics. So instead, it will react to vibrations, just like the skulk sensor block. So if you aren't very careful when you walk around in the deep dark, you might upset that mob.
Yeah, with this mob, we really wanted to make sure that we kind of recaptured that feeling of the first night of Minecraft. And we can often forget that Minecraft can be a pretty scary game. So we wanted to make sure that we could kind of go back to that. I mean, caves can be scary, they're dark. And all I'm going to say is that when you go into the deep dark, I want to make sure that you're very quiet. And watch closely.
Und später soll noch mehr kommen, ne? Die haben gesagt, später nach dem...
Kommt auch noch was zu Dungeon und so. Einfach nur geil, Alter.
Oh mein Gott.
Ich hab Angst, ich hab Angst.
Oh mein Gott, das geil.
Oh mein... Sind das neue Steintexturen?
Ja.
Dann ist das aber doch nicht End, Leute.
Ja.
Oh mein Gott, was ich geil finde. Es wird so viele neue Sachen zum Bauen geben.
Es gibt Kerzen.
Ach du Scheiße, wie dumm.
Stranden freut sich auf jeden Fall schon.
Aber ich hab Angst.
Okay, was zum Fick? Das ändert einfach... Okay. Ich hätte so Angst gedacht.
Neue Kerzen!
Kerzen?
Halloween! Das sieht aus wie Halloween.
Nein, nicht noch wieder. Nein.
Schwarz und weiß.
Nächstes Jahr Halloween.
Oh mein Gott, Hilfe!
Warum ist MMI so weit? Guckst du den echten Stream oder von einem anderen Streamer?
Schau das von Basti.
Ja,
Alter, was? Einfach voller Tauschen.
Vor allem, du hast gesagt, du hast doch gesagt, das ist Basti weiter vorne. Was zum Teufel ist das?
Digga,
was ist das für ein Mob? Was?
Was ist denn für ein Mob?
Digga, das ist doch kein Minecraft.
Wow, was ist das?
Was zum Teufel ist das?
Was ist das?
Er übertreibt gerade ein wenig.
Nein, das...
Was für ein Übertreiben, Tom, übertreibt nicht.
Das ist ein Herz!
Oh mein Gott.
Der Typ ist viel der Ort, der Typ ein Schlag, Hälfte Leben weg.
Alter, MME, kannst du vielleicht noch mal richtig schauen? Jetzt bei Basti.
Ja, mit auch mal schauen.
Das Basti weiter vorne ist.
Ja, okay, eben.
Ach du Scheiße.
Oh mein Gott. Wie viel Schaden macht das Ding?
Oh my god.
What did we just see?
It's a very different mob. I'm really excited for this because not only is it trying to be scary, it's, you know, we had to keep a balance to it. It was very challenging to design a mob like this. Another thing that's really important to note is in that video, I was wearing full netherite armor, so it's very powerful. You definitely want to watch out.
Yeah. Which I think also is such an interesting gameplay, because if you want to, you can avoid it, but then you need to really be careful, sneak all the time to not make any kind of movement that it will detect. But that's a lot of fun, and it's still scary, but in the good way.
And you wanted to kind of take everyone back to that first night experience with the Warden.
Absolutely. I mean, I had such an amazing experience when I first played Minecraft. It was terrifying listening to zombies underneath my house and in the caves, and hopefully we can bring that back to players, but, you know, 10 years later.
But that would be just amazing, because you hear so many lovely first night stories. It's such a big thing, and I mean, I'm also very fond of my first night in Minecraft, so we hope to give that experience again.
But you really balance sort of the look of it. It's like, it's almost cute, but also really, really terrifying. How did you decide?
Yeah. We actually worked a lot on, how does scariness look in Minecraft? Because we wanted to be very scary, and we didn't want to take away from the scariness. But we felt, let's add some derpiness to it. So it's like a mix. So for example, we added the mouth. I love the mouth. And some actually reacted like, oh, it's so cute, which I think it's more scary, but I think we find the perfect balance.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really has character.
Yes, definitely. Well, you've been sitting up here. You just announced an update that everyone has been waiting for, and we actually have some tweets that have come in.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Okay, that's amazing to see. So much excitement. Oh, even more tweets. So it's lovely. It's like we really developed this game together with the community, and now to see that people are so happy, that feels so good.
Yeah, honestly, it's such a privilege to work on a game like this and an update like this, and we just love this game and we want to make the best update that we can for everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Agnes and Brandon. That was a lot of amazing new things. Don't forget that we have another segment full of even more cave updates later on in the show. Now let's head over to our Minecraft Live correspondent, Vubui. I hear he has a first look at something you all voted into the game last year.
Hello, Minecrafters of the world. I'm Vubui, and I'm here once again to help all of you at home to choose a mob that will go into Minecraft. But first, we have a message from our good friend Max Brooks, author of our first Minecraft novel, with some exciting news.
Hey, Minecraft community. It's Max Brooks, author of Minecraft: The Island. Thank you so much for embracing my book, and I hope you enjoy the sequel, Minecraft: The Mountain, where our character leaves the island and paddles to a strange snow-covered world and discovers another castaway. And together, the two of them have to find their way home. Minecraft: The Mountain, coming out in 2021, available for pre-order right now. And as always, thank you for embracing all Minecraft books.
That sounds awesome! Another Minecraft novel, and this one's called The Mountain. Speaking of mountains, remember last year's vote? It was a fierce competition, but the mountains won after 2 intense rounds of voting. Well, I have a sneak peek into what your vote is bringing to Minecraft on the cliff side of the Caves and Cliffs update. Goats. They're both mischievous and adorable at the same time. As you can see, they live on the mountains, and if you aren't careful, they might knock you off. They also have excellent jumping skills. We'll also get better mountain generation with spectacular and more dramatic mountains with height-dependent generation. That means things like tree lines and mountaintops that will be more challenging with lots of snow and ice. And speaking of snow, yes, it will be snowier. We will also have a new block called powder snow, which will be a kind of trap block. It looks similar to snow, but if you or a mob walk on it, you will fall right through. Now let's talk about this year's vote. We have 3 awesome mobs for you to choose from. And to introduce them, we once again have Tiny Agnes and Tiny Jens. Let's see what they have to show.
Bees and moonblooms are friends, just like we are. Right, Agnes?
These friendly cows live in the flower forest biome, yellow as sunshine and covered in beautiful flowers. What's not to like about these beautiful bovines?
We are friends, right, Agnes?
Why do we have to record these videos on an actual mountain? They are animated.
The isolager is a new illager that lives on mountain tops. It's a hostile mob that attacks you with clouds of flying ice.
You did pack the supplies we need to survive the night up here, right, Jens? Do you ever wish Minecraft's oceans were glowier?
Not me. I always wish for world peace.
Sure you do. Well, wish no more. Meet the glow squid. Wow.
What was I meant to say again? Vote for Minecraft?
Can't talk. Must admire glow.
Agnes, Jens, it's really distracting. They're so tiny, and they're so susceptible to distraction. Hopefully that won't happen to you. Now let's go over how... Hello? Oh, hi, Tiny Agnes. Yeah, no, I'm live right now. Oh, okay. Well, you really shouldn't read too many internet comments. But, okay, I'll tell him. Okay, bye. Tiny Agnes would like everyone to know that she and Tiny Jens are, in fact, good friends. Okay, where was I? And why do people keep leaving phones around the studio? Now, let's go over how you can be a part of what is likely to be an epic showdown. Don't let this decision be made without your voice. Be ready to cast your votes. First, make sure you have a Twitter account. If you don't, go to twitter.com, sign up for an account, and make sure you're logged in. I'll let you know when the voting starts. Then you'll need to go to the Minecraft Twitter account to find the latest poll. Think carefully, debate with your friends and family, make a decision, then click on the mob you want to make it into Minecraft. There will be 2 voting sessions, and I'll let you know when each one begins. For now, just be ready and keep dreaming of victory for your favorite mob.
My name is Yesenia Cisneros, and I'm the gameplay producer from Minecraft Earth.
Minecraft Earth.
I'm so excited to be a part of Minecraft Live this year and to share this wonderful experience with you, our amazing community. It's been so fun seeing what you've been doing with the game. I've seen lots of creation shared each week, and I wish I were that creative. I mean, wow. While everyone has been discovering new hobbies, I have been logging in each day to collect a new adventure crystal, which lets me play life-size adventures in augmented reality in various parts of my home. My dogs are very confused, to say the least. It seems like I'm not the only one who's been going on lots of adventures. We've had more than 5 million adventures played throughout early access. Holy moobloom, that is amazing! I've also been completing season and daily challenges to collect mobs, even more adventure crystals, and exclusive character creator items that can also be used in Bedrock. Sometimes, when the weather is just right in my house, lightning strikes and a new mob is made. Later this month, we have 2 new mobs joining Minecraft Earth, and I hear they're going to make quite a splash. Speaking of mobs, our beloved Moobloom from Minecraft Earth has a chance to be brought into vanilla. How cool is that? Now, I'm not going to tell you who you should vote for, but what I am saying is one of these mobs is definitely way more adorable than the rest, so choose wisely. In our last couple releases, you may have noticed that we added Slime Ball and Slime Blocks.
Da bin ich wieder vom Essen. Ich hab's mir bei mir auf dem großen Fernseher angeguckt währenddessen. Und auf meinem Handy kurz. Alter, ich freue mich schon auf die Mountains. Ich freue mich schon auf die richtig geilen Caves. Ich werde sowas von den Squid wählen. Weil dann werden die Caves nochmal schön gefährlicher.
There's no air conditioning, there's no heating, there's no radio, there's no anti-locking brakes, no power steering.
I've owned it for about 4 years, and to be frankly honest, it's pants. Times were definitely different in the 1970s, so it's ridiculously slow, and it's definitely lacking some of the modern comforts you would usually expect to find in a car these days.
We are embarking on a grand tour of England, going from the south coast up to Wales, and it's going to take us 3 whole days.
I'll be honest, Graham, mate, would you class that as a grand tour?
Well, yes, we have no radio, so it's going to feel a lot longer.
But you see, this isn't a regular road trip in a rubbish old van, this is a Minecraft Earth road trip in a rubbish old van. With Minecraft Earth being a game you can play on the move, we thought we would travel to a bunch of different locations in the UK. Some of them are iconic, some of them just feel very Minecrafty, and some of them are barely linked to Minecraft at all, but we just really wanted to go
Warte mal, kann ich mir das jetzt eigentlich endlich mal runterladen, das Spiel?
We also had a go at integrating Minecraft Earth with real life. Minecraft Earth Frisbee is a bit of a challenge.
Sorry.
Minecraft Earth Badminton can be quite dangerous to onlookers. Sorry, Josh. And real-life sand blocks are alarmingly difficult to construct.
If I just film this angle, there we go.
Ich kann Minecraft Earth endlich runterladen.
The road trip was a huge success and we had a lot of fun. You can expect to see the full-length episodes appearing on our channels.
Ja gut, ich habe vor einer längeren Zeit gar nicht mehr geguckt gehabt.
Wow, it looks like Mumbo Jumbo and Grian had quite the Minecraft Earth adventures. At Mojang Studios, we've also been making
Mal sehen, was in meinem Haus steht.
before on our Minecraft YouTube channel. Our goal is to
Oder besser gesagt, in meinem Raum.
knowledge directly from our team. We're even giving away all of our secrets in a new series called How We Make Minecraft, which honestly feels sort of risky. And guess what? We have lots more awesome Minecraft content on the way. Here's a look at what shows you'll find on our channel.
Yo to
the yo-yo. My name is Jens, I'm here.
Könnten wir vielleicht heute auch den ersten Trailer bekommen?
What the fuck? Versuchen die da gerade Werbung reinzumachen?
I know a cactus has pricklies, but punching a tree probably hurts too.
Everyone just starts panicking.
Please like and subscribe. I've always wanted to
Der
say that.
Minecraft-Film kommt nur erst
But really,
22
you should.
und nicht
It's good
21.
stuff. In
Habe ich eigentlich schon
2017,
subscribed?
you voted for
Ah ja,
the
habe ich,
terror
nur nicht
that
geliked.
is Phantom. I
Geliked.
personally have not forgiven you for that. In 2018, the Taiga won your vote with fantastic foxes. Last year, it was the mountains with our soon-to-be friends, the goats. What will you, the Minecraft community, do this year? Let's review our choices once more. I was inspired by some of the amazing handcrafted things I've seen made by our community over the years. So I decided to make my own versions of our 3 mob choices. Hi, babies. For illustrative purposes. I think I did a pretty great job. Took me 3 months. Each.
Ich habe sogar die Vermutung, dass der Squid übrigens auch in den neuen Höhlen mit drin sein wird. Also die Höhlen werden dadurch vielleicht noch mal gefährlicher. Also ich würde es cool finden.
I hear they may come with a new flower, the buttercup, and I'm pretty sure they'll be best pals with bees.
Aber ich bin am Überlegen, ob ich den Ice-Illager nehme.
As the tiny trio will surely attest, they sure are distracting to look at. The first voting poll is now live on the Minecraft Twitter account. Make sure you're logged in, go to the poll right now, and click the mob you want to win. We'll check back in before we start the second and final poll. Now, though, I'd like to welcome Laura to my desk to talk about the dungeoniest Minecraft game ever, Minecraft Dungeons. Hello, Laura.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Very excited that you're here. So, what do you do at Mojang Studios?
I am a game designer, which means I am the one that gets to decide how difficult the bosses are. So I'm sorry about that one. You can blame me for that.
I think people will blame you for that.
That's okay.
While I have you here on the stage, which mob are you voting for?
I think if I don't say I am voting for the Isolager, my team will kill me. So, but it's an amazing mob. It brings a lot of fun to dungeons, and I think it will bring a lot of fun to Minecraft as well.
Okay. I figured you would say that, but I had to ask. So tell me about the launch of
Ich merke, wie das Handy in meiner Hand warm wird.
That was quite the ride. It was such a crazy launch. I don't think anybody
Ich muss mir dann eine Powerbank besorgen, weil ich werde, glaube ich, das Spiel einfach mal auf dem Weg zur Arbeit zocken.
So we were all sitting in this like massive Teams call and like sharing streams with each other and sharing videos and comments from players, and it was very good. It was fun in a different way.
What would you say was your favorite thing from the release?
I think it was how people came together to play the game. It was very fun to see parents like show their children dungeon crawlers and children show their parents Minecraft. I don't know, it was very nice to see everyone just sit together and play and enjoy.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes.
Well, let's take a look at what the community has done with what's come out so far.
Yeah.
Cannot actually believe that we like got close to the end and it was like, nope. Well, time to be blown up by more creepers. They absolutely hate you, those creepers. Oh yeah,
Hier
come.
könnte
You're
man
welcome to
Spark
join
erwarten.
actually.
あ、待って待って、結構減った、結構減った。最後殴りに行っていい？お前、おら！お前、おら！
So the village merchant, a really cool merchant, simple, straightforward items, and definitely a nice addition to the game, a good replacement for the wandering trader. Now let's go check in with our friend the blacksmith here. This is definitely something that I'm looking forward to because this is one of the coolest things that has possibly come to the game.
Pô, tem que matar uma game. Ai, morri. Galera, me ajuda.
Calma aí, eu vou te ressuscitar. Calma aí, eu vou dar cover aqui.
Que isso, der Vizinho já tá me ressuscitando.
Ey, so ein typischer Klon-Sound muss immer sein, oder? Zum Töten.
Es ist da, es ist da.
Väldigt bra! Spets upp!
Now, 90 minuter nog
Vänta tills jag har min raket du! Du ska få spö då!
Close quit, let's go.
Nu jäklar ska ni få spö!
Skya!
Stop killing the pandas, you monster!
Warte mal, was? Das geht jetzt?
We have to save villagers. Our villagers right there. You are free, villager.
Find the caravan.
Wo? Bei mir sagt er es nicht. Ich habe gerade aktualisiert, aber...
레드스톤 광산? 여기 거의 끝판대장급 아니야?
Hä? Hör auf, mich zu mobben!
You right?
Yeah. I put my, Oh, look! There's a pig. Get the pig!
Ah, jetzt.
That looks so fun.
Yeah, it's so cool to see people have
Ich nehme den Glow Squid.
And it's fun to play.
Alter, Glow Squid ist im Moment in Führung.
I hope so at least.
But this week, you also had another launch.
Oh, this month it's been a crazy month. Like we haven't stopped doing things, I feel. We released first the Creeping Winter together with our new merchants and the new daily trials, which was awesome. I hope everyone loved it. We launched for xCloud, so now people can play on mobile, which is so fun. I really like that. And this week we just launched in China, so now we get to welcome our Chinese friends to the community, and I am super happy about that.
That's really exciting. Well, now we have a question from the community for you.
Right.
ということで、私から質問です。マインクラフトダンジョンズをリリースされてから、開発者が想定していなかったファンの反応やゲームの仕様などありましたでしょうか。また、マインクラフトダンジョンズの今後について教えてください。今後、どのようなコンテンツがリリースされるのでしょうか。ぜひ教えてください。よろしくお願いします。
Okay, he kind of snuck two questions into that.
Yes, but they were great questions, and thank you for sending them. Regarding the first question, I think we were very excited to see how fast people found the secret mushroom level. Like, I was very confused about it as well, because we had worked very hard on making it very secretive and having little snippets of things everywhere, but players are so smart, they found it so fast. So if you haven't played the mushroom level, go check it out, because it's very fun.
And the second question?
Right. So that's what we are here to talk about today. We're going to talk about our upcoming DLC that we prepared with our friends at Double 11, and that's called the Howling Peaks. So we're going to the mountains with dungeons as well.
That's awesome. Why don't we take a look at some live gameplay?
Yeah, let's check it out. We are very lucky today that we have 4 members of the Dungeons team with us. Here's Mariana at the Nintendo Switch. Hello. Here's Chris at the PC. Here's David at the PlayStation 4. And at the Xbox One, we have Annika. So we get to show you here for the first time cross-play, which we're very excited about. So people can play together from everywhere.
That's exciting.
And yeah, that's our first look at the mountains biome coming to dungeons.
Already I see a goat right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were so happy. We asked the Minecraft team if we could bring goats to dungeons, and they said yes. So we get to release them a bit first in dungeons, so we're super excited about that. They're equally as mischievous. Yes.
So I see a lot of wind coming out of these grates.
Yes. Wind is a mechanic that we're going to explore a lot in the mountains missions. And the players will be both challenged by it and will be able to use it. So the wind will push the player, so you need to be a bit careful, but at the same time you'll be able to use it to solve puzzles, push items, and open doors and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's awesome. What is this we're looking at?
Right, so yeah, our mountains biomes are so tall that the player will need to find new ways to traverse the levels. So that's a mountain lift, and there's gonna be full of like these little contraptions all around.
That seems like a really fun new mechanic.
Yes. Yeah, the goats are all around, and you need to be careful with them.
Yeah, I saw them attack.
Yes, they're really gonna push you out of the edge if you're not too careful.
So leave the goats alone.
Yes, leave the goats alone. That's very important. And as you'll see in a bit, the iceologers that you can find in this mission and in all the mountains missions are very ready for the weather. So they are wearing their little cozy clothes, and they're wind resistant, which means that while the player will be challenged by the wind, the iceologers won't.
Oh, what are these?
These are new mobs called the wind callers, and that's a Ravager coming for the first time to Minecraft Dungeons. That's another Minecraft mob that we get to welcome. They're quite sturdy.
What do the wind callers do?
Right, the wind callers spawn a draft of wind right under the player, and they push the player up, so the player gets fall damage.
Okay.
It's very important to deal with them quick or run away, because they're gonna be painful to combat otherwise.
Well, they're doing a pretty good job against these wind callers.
Yes, our adventurers are strong.
Okay,
Ooh.
then you're at 3 Ravagers.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. But so far, I can see that all the consoles are working very neatly together. We're super happy about that. It's been progressing very nicely, and we hope everyone can soon play together. Oh, that was an iceologer. I wanted to say, like, that's my favorite mob, but you know, it went too fast.
Didn't stay around too long.
Yes.
All right, we're leading up to this big Ravager battle.
Yes. But I think we can let our adventurers deal with the Ravagers.
Not very well.
No. Yeah.
So, with all of this, you also have a new game mode coming.
Yeah, the game mode is coming very, very soon, and it's going to be for all the players for free, and that's called Apocalypse Plus, which means that we're making the game just, you know, harder a bit at a time. Yeah.
When you call something apocalypse, it sounds very hard.
Yeah, an Apocalypse Plus means
Mach
that it
ich.
gets even harder.
Bin noch mal einmal kurz
The
weg.
players get to find new challenges, and we found different ways to tweak the balance so the challenge is different every time.
But, okay, that's a lot of stuff. You're working on even more new things for Dungeons.
We're working on a ton of stuff. I feel we've been so busy. It's crazy. But yeah, we have today a little video with a lot of work in progress. Work in progress, though.
Very work in
progress. But yeah, I think we should look at the video.
Wait, that's my line.
Okay, jetzt kommt jetzt ein Video, wo die zeigen, was jetzt gerade in Planung ist.
Was noch hast?
Ja, viel.
Minecraft Dungeons Zeug.
Ah, ich hab nicht. Aber das hab ich schon gesehen.
Schönes Zeug.
Sieht wirklich schön aus. Griechische Mythologie.
Wie das?
Sieht ein bisschen so aus wie bei Minecraft Story Mode, die Stadt.
Ja, das, was jetzt gerade eben zeigt, aus Minecraft Story Mode. Was ist da Neues? Oh, Eis-Illager ist jetzt auf 35,6 gerutscht. Ui. Ja, ja.
Offiziell Minecraft für Tag kommt.
Hast du 11 Teil?
Oh, Eis-Illagers.
Aber Eis-Illager. Da komischerweise fehlen die alle Votes.
One of my favorite things we do at Mojang Studios is Minecraft Education Edition. Students around the world are able to learn in exciting and interactive ways using the game as a learning-based platform. Students and teachers in 115 countries around the world are able to collaborate, learn, and share together. Minecraft has always been a way to connect people, and we've seen that now more than ever with Minecraft Education Edition being used in remote learning.
Stimmt, der ist für die
When you're in the game, you don't have to feel so far away from your classmates. From creating graduation ceremonies in Japan, to creating first date orientations for American universities, to teachers doing virtual meetups, we've seen students and teachers using the game in incredible ways. Today, we're launching our first ever Minecraft Education Edition Global Challenge for students around the world to build a better world with us.
Over the past few months, we've seen wildlife roam through cities while humans stayed inside. Without cruise ships and ferries around, dolphins visited the port of Cagliari in Sardinia, Italy, and wild boar roamed the streets of Barcelona. But what if animals could share space with humans all the time? Today, we're kicking off the first ever Minecraft Education Global Build Championship and asking students around the world to design and build healthy spaces for humans and animals to coexist together. What will you build?
Hey, I'm Ayana. I'm a developer in the Minecraft team. If I were to participate in the Global Build Challenge, I'd build a series of underwater tubes so we could transport things without disturbing the aquatic life.
Hello everyone, I'm OMG Chad, and if I were to design a build for the Global Championship, I would make a house with a habitat for my cats on top, and I would call it a habitat.
どうもこんにちは、カーボンです。僕だったら日本っぽい建築で勝負したい。
Hola, nosotros somos los hermanos Leo y si estuviéramos participando en la dinámica mundial de Minecraft construiríamos unas viviendas camufladas con la vegetación del entorno para que los animales no se espanten. ¡Participa!
Design and build your own solution in Minecraft Education Edition. For the chance to win mine coins, awesome Minecraft gear, and a video chat with Mojang Studios. The championship opens today.
You can register today and download the Championship World template. We can't wait to see your amazing ideas, and Jens and I can't wait to see the winner on video chat. We get the awesome prize of chatting with you no matter who wins. For those of you who don't have Education Edition, we have something for you too. Our education team has already added amazing free lessons to Minecraft Marketplace. We've also been working with some amazing educators on a new series about diversity and inclusion coming this fall.
Hi, Minecraft Live. I'm Kenneth Shelton, and along with my fellow educators, Felisa Ford and Natasha Rochelle, we've been building a series of Minecraft lessons that will help people explore topics of social justice, equity, identity, and tolerance. The first of these lessons is called Good Trouble, and it's based on the life and philosophy of Congressman and civil rights activist John Lewis. The additional lessons continue teaching about social justice from across the world and through time, from Black Lives Matter to Malala's quest in Pakistan to achieve equal education for girls, to the civil rights movement of 1960s America, to the women's suffragette movement, and more. We can't wait to share these important lessons with the Minecraft community.
I'm looking forward to playing through the Good Trouble lessons myself. Together with the Minecraft community, we commemorated Juneteenth with contributions to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, Equal Justice Initiative, and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. We're proud to continue supporting organizations that fight for equity and equality in the world by making an additional donation today to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. This brings our 2020 contributions to over $2 million. Beyond this, we continue to look within our company, our products, and ourselves for how we can help create a more inclusive world. Now it's time for a brand new segment of our show. You may have missed our next guest during the Minecraft Update segment, but not to worry. You're about to get some dedicated time with the one and only Jeb. Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much.
It was very different not having you in the Minecraft Update section.
Yes, it's a little bit different this year since we always want the ones that are actually working on the features of the games to be the ones to get to talk about them, because we feel that it gets more genuine in that way.
So what are you working on then?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, of course, I still spend a lot of time with Vanilla and Agnes and the team, but I now work with all our products, all our games, and like the board games, and try to support our developers and designers to capture the Minecraft feeling and make them fit together.
Bin wieder da, was hab ich verpasst?
So talented, so it's actually quite an easy job. But to help everyone in Stockholm and in Redmond, I wrote a book, Minecraft game design book.
Are you trying to sell that to everyone in the audience watching?
No, this is only for Mojang Studios employees. It contains a lot of secrets, but it was helpful when the team grew to kind of explain my thoughts and ideas about Minecraft. And for Vanilla in particular, there are some guiding principles that are going to help us continue updating the game for many years to come.
But you did decide to share some today, so people can kind of see what's in the Jeb game design book.
Absolutely. So one of these guiding principles is it maybe sounds obvious, but that is it's always one block at a time. You place one block, you remove one block, you pull one lever, and you trigger one TNT, and of course that causes a big explosion. But at the core, the interaction is always one block at a time. And it's not only important for the way you play the game, but it's also if you're playing together with someone, let's say you're building a house or something, then I will be able to observe what you're doing and quickly understand where you're going, and then I can help you, and every block counts. If you would just copy paste or make templates and such, then it would be a little bit harder to collaborate. And also Minecraft is a lot about the journey to create a massive castle or whatever. But so it's important to we retain that feeling.
And you have another principle, but it applies pretty directly to a community question that we have.
你会加入更多天气或者自然灾害到我的世界中吗？像是暴风雪或者是大雾天气。
我的世界的中国玩家，大家好，感谢你的提问。
Wow, yes.
Yes. The Chinese community inspired me to try to take on a new language, but I have a long way to go, honestly.
Der kann Chinesisch?
About the question, if we're going to add things like natural disasters, that kind of contradicts one of our other guiding principles, that bad things happen, but they're technically the player's fault.
Okay, they're the player's fault.
Yes, in the sense that it was either caused by a player, like a griefer or summoning in the wither, or a player was nearby, such as when a creeper explodes. So whenever something bad happens, we want to make sure that the players are either actively taking part of that or have a way to prevent it from happening. And an earthquake or a tornado would obviously destroy something that you've spent hours building.
But there's definitely a few I can think of that maybe fall outside of this principle.
There are still a few cases, like Endermen can grab a block and maybe wreck up some redstone, or you can have an unlucky wolf running into your sheep garden. But there's also, the worst thing is of course lightning strikes that can set your whole house on fire. But I'm hoping that Agnes and the team may have a plan for that.
Exciting. So what's the last feature you were active in developing?
Yes, the last feature I did was the netherite feature. I thought that was a very important part of the nether update and wanted to help where I can. But I don't want to, since I'm working with so many different projects now, I don't want to do something halfway and then kind of leave it to the team to fix my bugs. So I try to be a little bit hands-off. But recently I've of course
Wir sind gleich beim zweiten Drittel Also mit dem zweiten Drittel der
That leads us
Minecon
to
gleich
another
durch,
community question.
würde ich mal sagen.
Hey, I'm Dan TDM, and I would love to know what kind of combat mechanic changes are being made to Minecraft Java Edition.
Yes, and that's an excellent question.
Kampfsystem.
We currently have a problem that on the 2 different editions of the game there are different combat mechanics or combat systems, and that's bad both for us as designers that have to take both systems into account, but also bad for the community that wants to have the same experience. So the main objective is to reach parity, but I still want to make sure that we make a system that is kind of fits with the building and that doesn't distract too much from building, but still gives us this depth that allows us to design interesting behaviors. Also, I want to make sure that it works both good in both player versus environment. That means adventuring and players versus player. And I want to make sure that it feels good playing both with mouse and keyboard. And when you're on a controller, you don't get tired by frequently pressing the trigger. And we also want to improve touch, like the touch experience. So it's a lot to do.
But you said you weren't working on feature development, but
yeah,
then you are working on combat?
Yes, I mean, of course it's a little bit hard to keep your hand out of the feature cookie jar. But
ich würde mal sagen, Squid hat gewonnen.
This was an area where I could help the team, so they could focus on doing the content updates. But at some point in the future, I will, of course, dump this on the team.
Okay, so exactly what you said you
yes,
don't want to do.
Yes, and they will have to carry it over the finish line. Yes.
Nice. Now, speaking of combat, we just had a really cool announcement about Alex and Steve coming to Super Smash Brothers.
Yes, and that is so amazing. And just like I said, like my job gets easier because everyone's so talented. And just in this case, Sakurai-san and his team they really understand Minecraft and have made an absolutely amazing Super Smash Brothers fighter.
And Sakurai has also made a really amazing video for all of us in the community.
マインクラフトライブをご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。大乱闘スマッシュブラザーズディレクター空の桜井正宏です。スマブラにマインクラフトのダウンロードコンテンツが導入されます。スティーブやアレックスが参戦することが決定し、マインクラフトライブ前に特別放送をお届けしたのですが、見ていただけたでしょうか。もしまだの方はぜひご覧ください。スマブラであることを忘れるぐらい、マインクラフトのスピンオフとしても相当にすごい踏み込んだ表現を行っています。発売までもう少しだけお時間いただきます。スティーブがマリオと戦う、アレックスがピカチュウと戦う、ゾンビやエンダーマンをアクションゲームで操作できる。リンクやカービィやソニックやロックマンやクラウドやリュウなど有名キャラクターとの共演が楽しめます。そして私もマインクラフトファンの一人です。マインクラフトライブでの発表を楽しみにしています。それでは。
That was a really big secret to keep.
Yes, and it was a really hard secret to keep even in the studio because it was super secret. But it has been so much fun to work on.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the community reaction.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna switch gears here. You have a sort of famous saying within the office, which is the world would be a better place if everyone played Minecraft. And why do you think that?
Yeah, I suppose the quote has kind of gotten a life of its own.
It definitely has.
But yes, I think Minecraft unleashes people's creativity and helps them collaborate, but also teaches them things like geometry, languages, and maths. So yes, I do think that the world would be a better place if everyone played Minecraft. But I know that you also are very engaged in building a better world.
You're interviewing me now, Jens. Thanks. I mean, I think it's
I feel so privileged to work on Minecraft because of all the amazing things that people do with it, from Education Edition, and something I'm extremely passionate about is Block by Block, which is our partnership with UN Habitat, and it's really helping people reimagine their public space and then have it built.
I love this place. It's such a nice area, but it has not always been like this.
Well, before, the area felt very cold and unsafe.
Basically, it was just an abandoned place.
Block by Block is a program created by Mojang and UN Habitat where we use Minecraft to help community members redesign their neighborhoods. Kosovo has been impacted by years of conflict, and in those situations we often see communities divided and public spaces neglected.
It was a really cool project because even the little kids like me could help out with make the city a better place.
They got to use Minecraft to sketch and try different solutions about how the space could be improved.
It was very fun because you felt like to be able to help the city while just playing.
After that, the ideas were presented to local architects and city planners, and later that year, construction started.
It's been 5 years since we participated in the program, and the street since then has become more developed and it is now more frequented than before. It seemed kind of unbelievable that this was made with Minecraft.
So seeing my own idea as a kid, changing a whole area in my city, it was very special to me.
It's unbelievable that we were
Die Unterschiede, die merkt man.
once only an idea in our computer screen.
Finally, decision makers have changed their perspective because maybe they realize that we can make a change.
In a democracy, you want the people who live in that community to be asked about what's going to happen in that community. So this is a perfect example. The community was asked, the community decided, the community designed, and the community is using it.
I'm probably going to be like really happy and be like, hey friends, I made this. I walk here almost every day, and every time I see it and I see a lot of people spending time here, it's a very gratifying feeling. I just hope
Da hat die Hälfte keine Corona-Maske auf.
So the reaction of the community was great, and to me it was a great feeling which I'll never forget.
Anzeige ist raus!
And some trees surrounding the park.
It is possible to change the world and make your dreams come true.
It felt like I was being heard, and being heard and listened to is one of the best feelings that you can feel.
I actually was able to go to Kosovo at the start of that project, and it's just amazing to see the transformation using Minecraft.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yes.
Jens, you must have seen a lot of amazing things because you're about to hit your 10-year anniversary at Mojang Studios in like 2 or 3 months.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, it has been an amazing journey these 10 years, and I have had so much fun working on Minecraft. But of course, I'm also a Minecraft player, and we're all like with the community, and in the end, it's really the players and the community that gives everything its purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
and
quit.
From myself as part of the community, I just want to say, like, thank you for the 10 years and all that you've done for Minecraft. It's made a huge difference in my life, and I think many people watching right now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jens. Last year at Live, we announced the Nether update. Since then, you've been wondering about what it would be like to attend a Nether ballet. Want to know more? Our friends at Element Animation will dance us through all the new Nether features.
Ja, weiß ich. Die Spider Hand glaube ich.
Das ist einfach schon.
Nether Update mit Anfang.
The results of the first round of voting are in. The round which determined which mob's dreams would be dashed, with no hope of making it into the final round.
Let's go.
And it was intense. But sadly, let's all say a fond farewell to the poor Moo Bloom. Then forget it ever existed, because it's time to vote again. We are now down to the Isolager and the Glow Squid. And in the first round, they were quite close. I'm quite interested to see where the voters of the Moo Bloom will go. If you missed the first round of voting, make sure you get in on this one. It determines which one of these two makes it into Minecraft. I know who I'll be voting for. The final voting poll is live now. This is your chance to have a say in what goes into Minecraft. So don't leave yourself out. Log into Twitter and go vote.
Hello, I'm Quinn, head of the Marketplace Partner Program, and I'm joined by two of my favorite people. How about you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Fanny. I'm a developer on the Creator Assistance team, and what we do is create tools for our creator community. And some of them are very visible, and we're going to talk about them later. Some others are more behind the scenes, and that help our creators make content that is more efficient and reliable, like the schedule command that is coming out soon.
Yep. I'm Jason. I'm a developer in the engine team, and we've been responsible for a lot of the modding type capabilities that have come to Bedrock over the last couple of years.
That's super cool. So your teams help make creator tools for all of our incredible marketplace partners all around the world to help make content for you.
Mach mich leiser.
From Picky Studios here in Aotearoa. A team of 3 making content for the marketplace and Minecraft Education Edition.
Zombini, and I run a small studio based in California. We create lots of marketplace content, and I've been making tutorials for the last 7 years to teach others how to make their own Minecraft skins.
Magandang umaga, Minecraft Live. My name is Mark from the Philippines, and we are 15 working here in the Philippines.
Hi, I'm Sian from Everboon Games, and we are 38 people working here in England.
Hi, Minecraft Live, this is Lizcraft, and we hope you like our stuff on the marketplace.
China, oh, das finde ich so geil. Ein Chinese kann Deutsch. Oh.
Hey everyone, I cannot believe I'm part of Minecraft Live this year. My name is Yasser, aka StarkTMA from MC Texels, and we are super excited about the new updates.
Oi Minecraft Live, eu sou o Gabriel, diretor da Irim Studios, e a gente tem cerca de 5 participantes na nossa equipe. Somos todos brasileiros.
I'm Vicky, also known as Geeky Pixels from NetherPixel Studios, and I get to spend my days making content and working with awesome people.
Hey, I'm Ron from Minecraft, and we have 20 people working here in Israel.
Mit jetzt schon 88%.
Wo ist das?
Ja, er ist da.
And the best part is all these features can be used by all creators. So what do you have to show us today?
Yeah, so for the last couple of years, we've been doing a lot of work with the entities in the game. So this time, we've doubled down and gotten it so that we focused on items and blocks. So as part of that, I've made a custom crop to kind of show off a lot of the capabilities. So over the summer, everyone at Mojang Studios was given tomato seeds to try and grow a tomato plant at home. So I thought that was kind of perfect inspiration to go make a crop. So you can interact, you can place the seeds, use the crops. See, they're kind of growing. We got a couple of them getting to the flower stage. Got a few now that I can actually go pick. So in this case, I've made them work like a sweet berry bush where you can just right-click on them. But I think tomatoes taste disgusting, so I thought it was better to make them as something you can throw. So Conan and I had some fun. We were throwing them around. It's harmless, or sort of harmless.
Yeah, totally harmless.
Yeah.
You knocked me into the lava.
It was mostly by accident. But tomatoes will actually rot on the vine as well, and if they rot for too long, you get a little rotten tomato monster that can spawn from it. So I'm gonna fight him off here. But yeah, he throws rotten tomatoes. They don't fly as far as a regular tomato, but they knock you back a lot more. But kind of based off all this stuff, I think tomatoes maybe aren't the best idea. So I'm gonna get rid of all my plants and never grow them again.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one. So all these
healthy.
It's true, they are pretty healthy. So with all of these new custom crops, creators can go and make some really cool kind of like farming style maps.
Oh, definitely. So like, I think crops are a great example of showing off how they all can kind of come together, because you get the items that you can get there. Normally you would eat the item, but or you can make projectiles. But they also have the ability to get events that are fired from things like a tick event. So as that event is fired, you can make the block run through multiple stages of growth, and eventually get it to the point where you can choose like what loot spawns at various stages of growth and stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how you could like interact with them like a normal berry bush, but then get the tomato out.
Yeah, it's just an interactive event that you can key into.
Yeah, and then there's a tomato monster there at the end too.
Yeah, I call him Tomo.
Little Tomo, it's so cute. It's not even scary, but yeah, it's an example of what you can do with them combining events and commands. That's one of the features that our creators have requested for so long, just having commands to be able to run them when something happens. So now, instead of also in addition to doing it with actors, you can also do it with blocks and items. In this case, as the flower is rotting, you can disappear that crop and also summon a tomato monster, a Tomo monster.
Yes. Well, that's really cool, because like I can totally see creators like using all of those combinations of features to make some like really cool like adventurous maps.
Yeah, like for example, the little adventure that we can show you, where we were going to the desert, and then we found this mysterious golden skull, and also an equally mysterious pedestal in the middle of the desert. So we decided to place our golden skull over there and see what happened. And yes, we have a mountain that is hollow. And as the brave warriors that we are, we went exploring, and obviously we found some creepy monsters inside. Luckily, we have our trusty custom sword to fight them off. I'm not sure if we even survived that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very safe.
No, not at all.
But that pedestal, I know that's one of the most requested features, block models.
Yeah, so I've been super excited that we finally be able to get block models in. It's something we've been wanting to do for years, and we were finally able to work on them and get them in. So we got it working with using the same formats that we've been using for the entities, so the same tools that people have been using to build custom mobs, they can use to build the blocks with.
Oh, that's cool. So you don't even have to like learn a new skill. You can just continue.
No, it's almost identical.
That's awesome. And then I noticed on the hotbar with the golden skull, there was like a little red triangle. What was that?
Yes, it's a new feature that we're calling item lock. I don't know if you found yourself sometimes just going through some content and you have this special item and then you die and you lose it, or maybe you drop it accidentally. Now we've made it so that creators can actually lock something on your inventory, so that when you die or you press Q, it won't go away. That way you don't lose your mysterious golden skull to unlock the next stage.
It's so nice.
I was gonna say, that makes it super easy, because I've definitely been in an adventure map and I lost the key on accident, and then I had to go and try and fix that.
Yes.
And then when you place the skull, whole, there was a lot going on.
Ey, ich möchte jetzt endlich wissen, was das übernächste Update mit sich bringt. Die 1.17 ist das Cave und das Berge-Update.
And then you can help players convey something like there's an earthquake going on, or maybe something is going to about to fall over you. So you can do that with these new tools.
Or dinosaurs.
Or dinosaurs.
Dinosaur steps.
Cliffs sind Schluchten. Schluchten, Klippen, also beides.
You can now place them using commands, whereas before you had to be using a structure block, which is more complicated and time-consuming. Now you can do it much more easily. And as part of those commands, you can now animate the structure placement. For those that know this, like the mountain was opening, and that was just a structure animating. We provide a couple of effects.
Mal wieder.
One is just like a 3D printing animation, and the other one is layer by layer. And yeah, you can combine it to just achieve very cool effects.
Ich möchte es erst recht wissen.
Another level of polish to their world.
Absolutely.
And then I recognize those scorpions.
Yeah, well, the desert theme, it felt appropriate to bring them back. They've always been my personal favorite.
Hauptsache Hendrik hat mich heute schon zweimal angerufen und ich weiß nicht warum.
In 11 Minuten ist die Minecon vorbei. Ob was die recht hat?
I'm sorry, that was not the intention.
He was creepy and funny.
Yeah. Well, speaking of aliens, I know our
19:19 haben wir es jetzt.
Sci-fi parkour map that well, they made you run through, Jason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew this when they asked me to run through it, but I'm pretty awful at parkour. Took a few tries to get a clean run through. But at the beginning here, it's a pretty typical sort of parkour map of running and jumping, but we definitely have some twists up ahead. And here's kind of the first one of, even I know I can't make that jump. So let's see what's in the chest. And we got a Sliminator. So I'm pretty sure we know what to do here. So now, hopefully, I will jump and be able to clear this gap. And please, yes. Make it up. So get teleported to the next section, kind of make it along, and see what next obstacle we have. Now I know the chests have useful things in them. So we got a blockinator, and we'll throw that across and get a little platform. Now I can make this jump. Even I can make that jump. And we got the hot dog, or the cyber dog, and float up. But it poisoned me, so I needed to use the antidote to rescue me there. Take it across and get through here. Now we got a wall in the way, so let's see what tool we have to get through the wall. That's one, and insta presto, and get through here. Keep going along. And this should be our last obstacle here. But I can see the teleport pad, but I can't quite get to it. But that shaft up above looks promising, along with the ladder. Let's go up, see what gets here. Fall down. And block breaks. I can get to the teleporter. And Fanny's already there.
You made it.
Yeah, finally.
Wow, that's
86
cool.
times.
I love just the aesthetic of that too, as well, like all the art and things. So those teleport blocks, those seem like a really cool way to add like another level of immersion to the worlds you're creating.
Yeah, with data-driven items and blocks, we get so many new events that you can act on. Like for example, in the case of the teleporters, you can step on it and then an event will trigger, and you can react in so many ways. You can add particles, or in this case, for example, you run a series of commands that just teleport you to the next area.
That's awesome. And I love the Slaminator, the Blockinator, the Map.
Danach hatte ich es vor und dann rede ich so ein bisschen, obwohl mit den Zuschauern reden. Irgendwie, ja, ich habe nur einen Zuschauer permanent und der ist Kevin. Ich guck die ganze Zeit dein Stream und jetzt guckst du mein Stream nicht.
Sei doch froh, dass es nicht ich bin. So weniger depressiv ist
then we also had the blockinator, which allowed you to walk by placing some blocks, replacing air with blocks.
Nö, jetzt fühle ich mich verletzt.
The same command in different ways, which is so many cool effects.
Yeah, so it's just small little simple things you can combine in lots of different ways and get a wide variety of results.
And even that blockinator allowed you to make that jump.
Yes.
And then I also saw that there was, messing with mob effects too as well.
Yeah, so we've had an example of custom food in there, but in addition to just satisfying hunger like a food normally does, you can add and remove mob effects. So we had the cyber dog that gave 3 effects: the levitation, nausea, and poison. And then we had the antidote that would actually only remove 2 of them.
Die
So unlike a
Abstimmung geht
bucket of milk that
noch
removes
länger
all
als die
mob
Minecon.
effects, you can make things that remove very specific things.
Abstimmung
Yeah,
noch 9
and it seemed like
Minuten.
you got, you know, after you use that, or after you use the magic wand to get to that wall, it seemed like you were stuck, but there was something else that was going on there.
Oh yeah, so there is the block that was in my way. So we made it so that another one of these events, similar to the on step on, is we also have an on fall on. So in this
Barack
case, it's just an on
Obama
fall
hat
on, and you can set
getwittert,
what
vote
distance
for
you
Ice
want the event to
Owner.
trigger. So you have to fall at least 10 blocks or something
Ja,
like that.
das stimmt, hat er
And when you
wirklich.
land on it, we then break the block, similar to like the tomato plant and other things that we saw earlier.
Yeah, and it seemed like it took you quite a few tries to make it through, but Danny was able
Wow,
to do it
war
first
mal
try.
Minecraft
Yes,
Player.
unlike
let's-
others, 86 times. Yeah.
hat
And
aufgehört,
one
in
new
Amerika
feature that we
Präsident
have
zu
is
sein.
that
Jetzt ist
on
er in
broad text you'll be able to show the names of the players that are of
Der
interest at that moment,
Minecraft-Präsident.
and also show scores. Like in this case, we were tracking how many times Mayor was dying.
Yeah. Well, thank you both for coming on to the stage and talking a little bit about these creator tools and new features that are coming out. And with these new features, there's going to be a pretty amazing new thing coming out later this year for all Minecraft players.
Okay, du musst es die gleich verrecken. Das ist alles gut.
Remember, ADL will not be held responsible in the event of a light.
Er verreckt gerade eben.
Lol.
Was zum Teufel geht hier ab?
Oh, das sieht
Das
total
ist
geil
schon
aus.
Will begin in
Das ist die Adventure Map.
Ja, das ist Marketplace.
Eine Geldmap immer noch. Kostet Geld.
2, 1.
Ah, so eine wieder. For free.
For free?
A long
Das kostet
time
kein
for this
Geld.
update, and if you thought
Ja,
the first
okay,
set of
das-
features for the caves were
Okay,
awesome,
okay.
it's time for even more awesomeness. Agnes and
Das
Mir from the
Bedrock
Vanilla
Edition
Minecraft
auch.
gameplay
Kann man
team
vom PC
are here
machen.
to tell us what else is coming to the caves and the cliffs update. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hey,
How does it feel?
it's so amazing. It's so
Äh,
awesome to finally be able to
For
share that
Java
with everyone.
Edition 2, also kann man es auch für die Java
It's great,
Edition.
and we have
Nee.
Nein,
looked a
Bedrock.
bit at tweets during the break.
Nee,
and
da
we
steht
have
aber
some
auf
more
Twitter, dass
tweets,
es auch
more
für die Java
tweets.
Edition im Kabinett.
Wireless redstone.
Oh
of
yeah,
course.
yes. And there will be so many cool things you can build with that. And the warden, it's amazing to see all the
Ja, das steht
excitement.
auch für Java.
So cool.
Mir, you recently joined the Mojang Studios team.
Yes,
Komm,
I
zeig
joined this
das
year.
von Obama. Zeig das
But
von
honestly, I'm not completely sure how that happened. And not just joining Mojang. I'm not really sure
Irgendwie sah
how
er mir
I'm
am Anfang
here
wie
in
Notch aus.
Minecraft Live. Because like just last year, I was home, glued to the stream. I had to know what the next thing is coming to Minecraft. And today, it's not only that I get to share that, it's I got to work on some of those things. So it's fairly incredible. But yeah, I've been developing games for a few years now, and more recently, I've actually worked with this non-profit organization called Games for Peace, which is an amazing organization which basically uses games to promote peace. Like he takes kids from areas of conflict all around the world.
Hero
and
Brian,
sits
oh
them
jetzt so
down
ein
to play
Update,
Minecraft.
Hero Brian
And
kommt rein.
sometimes it's kids that don't even share a language, so they can't talk. So Minecraft is the language they share. Minecraft is what helps them connect and get to know each other and creates friendships. Right? It was amazing being part of that.
It's so cool. I mean, sometimes I feel like, oh, I know all the amazing things that are happening with Minecraft, and then you described that to Agnes and I, and we both were like, we've never heard that, and it's so,
Aber die
so
machen die
cool.
ohne
It's
Rüstung.
beautiful.
Amazing.
Absolutely
Amazing.
beautiful. So in this update, you've been
Ja, die
really
machen-
looking at like filling
Der hat
out the
gerade Full
caves
Netherite
even
fast
more.
gewone-shottet.
Yes, so there are even more things to show. And in the things we showed so far, it's a lot about like improving the
Zeigen noch mehr
journey
Biome.
underground. But of course, we also want
Noch mehr
other new
Biome.
things to find, like new resources. And one of them are
Scheiße, ich schau wieder den Basti-Stream. Ich muss wieder euren Stream schauen. Bevor ich wieder...
Das hast du aber schon gerade mit Absicht gemacht.
Nee.
Ey, sie stinkt nochmal Blume.
Ui!
Ach du Scheiße.
Oh mein Gott.
Wie geil.
Amethyst?
Ist es denn ein neues Erz? Ist es denn nur so ein.
Das erste neue Erz, würde ich
Bereich?
sagen, oder?
Ja, das ist doch kein Minecraft mehr. Das ist einfach
Das
Modding.
Coronavirus.
Wir übernehmen Models.
So
Nächstes Update.
The moment you turn the corner and you see that glowing thing, it's incredible.
In the crystal geode, it's like mystical. Yeah, they're so pretty, and we were thinking a lot about like what is the purpose for crystals in Minecraft. And one thing is like they should have abuse, and we will talk more about one of the usages soon. But the other thing is a lot about just adding a lot to the experience of exploring. And we want them to be quite rare. So when you find them, it's really gonna be like beautiful. And you know, when you walk on
Wahrscheinlich keine
crystals,
Rüstung, macht keinen Sinn. Macht
Yeah,
keinen
it's just,
Sinn, nee,
we
keine
talked before
Rüstung.
about the corner of underground of Marvel. I feel they're just the perfect features for that sort of character.
Ich zeigen dir ja gleich noch ein paar
But you
Sachen. Wir
can't
sind ja wieder in der
just take them with
Cave Update.
Right,
was ich
so
hoffe,
you can break the crystal
zweite,
plants we
shit,
saw in the
Marvel.
video, but they actually grow from a very
ich hoffe,
special
für
block.
eine zweite
And that
Armorbar
block is
ein.
unobtainable.
Meinst du
it's sort
eins
of like
darüber
you think
oder
about
dass du aus
spawners,
Eisen
right?
dann so
You cannot just
Diamanten
take it and put it in your
Du
base.
verstehst, was ich meine.
Ja, sowas wäre geil, wenn
Makes
das
you
so
go
ein-
and
Dadurch
build
konnte man
farms all
auch
around your
anzeigen,
world.
dass wenn
And
Protection,
that
man
also
Protection
encourages you to
Richtung
create
geht,
tunnels
wie viel
between them
besser es wird.
and find out
Könnte man
ways
dadurch
of
auch
transferring those
anzeigen.
items from place to place. And I just love those sort of features that really encourage other gameplay in the game.
As an explorer myself, I'm very excited about finding all of these. And you mentioned a usefulness to them.
Yeah.
Yes. So from those crystal plants, you get crystal shards items, and you can actually use them to craft a telescope. From those crystal plants, you get crystal shards items.
Crystal Shards?
Ein Teleskop?
Einfach Optifine, oder was?
Teleskop?
Einfach Optifine.
Teleskop?
Ja, moin.
Optifine einfach.
Wow.
Kevin, ich hasse dich.
Aber geil ist
Du
es
hast
schon.
damit nicht durch...
That
Die
is amazing.
Yes, it's such a useful item.
Run.
Super cool. And the cool thing is that
Ey,
so
jetzt
yes,
ernsthaft?
you use the crystal
Schlecht,
shards
ich
to
finde
craft
die Idee
them,
nicht.
but you also need something more.
Ja,
And that's
klar.
also a new thing
Digga,
that
das
we
ist doch
added.
kein Minecraft mehr, what the fuck?
Noch eins!
Ich hab
Erz?
Angst. Oh, ich hab Angst.
Erz?
Copper.
Was? Der
Was Erz? Kopper!
Kopper!
Digga, das ist doch kein Minecraft mehr.
Jetzt kann ich Strom. Oh mein Gott. Jetzt kann man
Nein,
Rich tun.
Alter.
Jetzt kann man einfach Rich tun.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's
Wenn
new
das noch
ore.
nicht nice aussieht.
And you saw the copper ore in the video.
So ein
And
großes
a
Update, dass
very
wir safe
interesting
erst
thing
nächstes
with
Jahr
copper
kommen.
ore is
Also
that
jetzt wissen
it
wir,
generates
als
in a
nächstes
different way.
flexen kann.
So normal ores often generate like an ore blob, but copper is different.
Wir wissen alle,
so
wer am
imagine
meisten
that you
Copper
are out
besitzen wird in
mining
Gestande
and you
Season
see
2.
copper ore. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna mine the copper ore.
Gestanden
And then you
Season
see
2,
some
wenn das
stone,
nächstes
it's
Jahr
like,
erst kommt, wird
they
das
look a bit
nicht.
different, so you continue to
Wenn-
mine,
wenn
and then you find
Season 3.
another copper ore, and you probably go like, okay, I
Oder
think I
während
found a
Season
copper
2.
vein. So we're actually
müssen
adding
gucken,
ore
wann's kommt.
veins to Minecraft, and like they really add so much to mining.
Was kannst du noch mit
It gets so
Copper
interesting
machen?
because it's kind of like following a trace when you mine, and they
Schienen
tie so
oder
well to
was?
the pillar we have about adding
Digga,
strategy to mining.
That's amazing. And you've personally wanted copper in the game since you start, maybe before you started?
Yeah, you mentioned it once or twice.
Well, maybe a few times. But
Ja, ich
yes,
das ist
so
doch kein
I think I
Minecraft
got
mehr.
inspired by the
Einfach nur
pretty
modded.
copper roofs in Stockholm, and they are all green
Performance
because we have so
geht
many
hoch.
like old buildings here, and we've actually
Ich will
added
noch ein Erz
mechanic
haben.
to Minecraft as well.
Wow, weißt du
So,
was? Weißt du
Wir
was
haben ja auch
Wayne
nicht
heißt?
alles gezeigt, was man mit den Sachen
It will
machen
first
kann, ne?
be
Ey,
orange,
soll ich sagen,
but
was Wayne
after a
heißt?
while, a pretty lot
Wayne
of time,
heißt
it will
Venen
turn
oder
green.
umsonst.
And
Ich
it's
freue mich auf die
something-
ersten Snapshots.
I think it's so cool because it actually adds history to
Es
Minecraft.
gibt umsonst.
Because, for example,
Hä, dann brauchen eigentlich, wenn man mal so richtig überlebt, brauchen die Mods,
then you can see on, like, a house,
die
you're
Copper
like,
hinzufügen, kein Copper mehr
then
hinzufügen.
you know that that house has been there for a really long time.
Das ist richtig.
Gibt es umso weniger Probleme.
Ich denke aber,
Guckt euch mal das an. Das Kupfer verändert sich über Zeit.
Es rostet ein, aber es sieht dann geil aus. Einfach Freiheitsstatue nachmachen, let's go.
Digga.
Die Freiheitsstatue wurde auch ursprünglich aus Kupfer gebaut.
Ja,
And
hey,
cover
deswegen
won't
ist
only
jetzt
be
grün.
used for the telescope. You actually have another
Digga, in
really
grün sieht das
cool
viel
thing
geiler
that you'll be
aus.
able to craft with
Ich
it.
baue eins
Yeah.
dieses Haus
So,
Geil!
Jens talked a bit before about these design principles that we have in
Die Strand
Minecraft, and one of them is that if something bad
Hauptsache, es wird die ganze
happens,
Zeit auf
the
Englisch
player
erklärt.
either
Wir checken
caused it
nix
or
und dann
it
wird's
has a way
gezeigt,
to sort of avoid
oha.
it. And one of those exceptions, for example, is
Okay, die haben jetzt schon die
lightning
90 Minuten
striking.
überzogen.
Now, some people like to build wooden
Aber ich will
roofs
mich
in
nicht beschweren.
Minecraft. Some even build wool roofs.
Looking at me.
Right.
It's not
Wooden
all
roofs.
like the grandest castle in my realm.
Was?
Roof fully built of wool.
Wool roofs.
Yeah, that's not
Der
a good
Einzige,
idea,
der
but
sich vorstellen
Ja.
kann,
Wires.
ich bin nicht
Yeah,
der Einzige, der nicht
so to
vorstellen
try
kann, wie
to
diese
help the
Typen,
players
die
with
da
that,
das
Close hat gewonnen!
the lightning rod.
Robi, du Hund.
Close Squid kommt rein! Lightning!
Thors Hammer oder was?
Lightning,
Also doch
what?
Strom oder was?
Lightning Wood! Ja,
Ey, wer braucht noch Technik-Mods,
So eine
Alter?
Antenne, Alter. Einfach so eine Antenne, Digga. Und da schlagen Blitze. Ah, okay.
That is very
Blitzableiter.
useful for all the wool
Ja.
roofs out there.
Ui, Digga.
Yeah, I think this is
Köpfe
a
farmen,
problem
ich
that
seh's schon
happened to a
kommen.
lot of our players. Even personally, I had this peaceful game that I played with my partner, and it wasn't peaceful. And we went out and we were like looking
Ja,
at
Chris hat gewonnen.
to our base.
Kannst du
And we came back and
Stromkabelmaschine
our
haben schon Mods?
house
Ja,
was
das ist doch
gone.
kein Minecraft mehr.
And I was quite confused because I
bin
consider
gehypt,
myself
aber
to be someone
irgendwie
who knows
auch
a bit about
traurig.
Minecraft, and there are no creepers, no
Mein
endermen. So what
OG.
happened? We figured that probably a lightning strike hit and burned down the house, and we were quite traumatized because we were not prepared for it. So I think
Das
this
Update wird
lightning
ja
rod is really
mega fett.
Yeah, now you don't have to
Was
worry
ist
about
Geiles?
that problem anymore.
No, I'm gonna place like
Da kommt noch ein
everywhere
Computer.
on my roof.
Das könnte das größte Update in
Now,
ganz
you've
Minecraft sein, was wir
introduced
jemals
a
hatten
lot
jetzt.
of
Ja.
things already.
Das Aquatic-Update war sogar
Players
kleiner.
already have a lot of trouble with their inventory and the amount of items, but you have
Das
an idea for
Nether-Update
that.
auch.
Yes. So as you know, we keep
Nether-Update
adding
kann er
new
gegen
blocks,
Inventar.
items all the time.
Inventory,
And that
okay.
do create a
Das
bit
Einzige,
of
was
an
man so da
inventory
steht.
problem.
Inventory.
And we're aware of that, and we've
Jetzt
actually
komm,
been
bitte
thinking quite
jetzt
a lot
was
how we
New
can
blocks.
solve
Neue
it, because
Kiste
we
kommt.
don't have like
Okay,
good
jetzt.
gameplay solutions.
Neue
We want it
Kiste
to be
kommt.
balanced, and we actually
Komm,
have an
bitte bring
item
den
in this
Rucksack
update
rein.
that will
Wir
be
haben
really
Backpack
helpful,
noch-
and it's the
Backpack
bundles.
auch abgestrichen, was auch immer.
Backpack, bitte.
Ja, also,
Nein, bitte kein Backpack. Wofür brauchen wir denn noch Schalkerkisten?
Bundles! Backpack! Bundles!
Ihr wollt mich verarschen.
Naja, da kann man dann nur pro Sack nur ein Ding rein, oder?
Nee, ein Stack.
Ah, das, oder?
2 Stacks vielleicht.
Oh.
Nee, 32.
Ein Stack passt da nur rein.
Jetzt mal ernsthaft größer Müll, Digga. Was soll man damit?
Nein!
Wie entscheidest du, was du da rausnehmen willst? Es gibt zwei. Also nee, das ist einmal mit und einmal ohne.
Bundles!
Und
Yeah,
Enderpearl kann man damit dann auch
awesome.
kann man
It's such an
höchstens
elegant
dafür
solution
verwenden.
as well, and I love it. I think we spend a lot of time talking about the inventory problem. And I think one of
Davon
the
bin ich
biggest
jetzt nicht so
takeaways
Fan, bin ich
was
ehrlich.
that this is not actually one problem. It's constructed from a lot of sub-problems. For example,
Hätten sie richtige
hardware
Backpacks
management
machen
is one
können.
problem.
Ja,
Getting
aber man
a
kann auch
lot of
sagen,
blocks for your
es gibt
cube build
Backpack-Mods, obwohl
somewhere,
es
that's like something the
die
shulkers
Ding-
help with.
Sugarkisten
But
gibt.
I think
Kann
there's
auch
a
sagen,
third
ist halt so.
sub-problems where every time you
Ist halt
leave your
genau
base
das
or
war-
exploring
das
somewhere,
hinaus.
your
Ja, ein
inventory keeps getting
Hotwarenverbrauch.
full of junk. Like this lot just has 2 flowers. This lot has just 1 seed, right? And I think the bundles are really going to help with that problem.
Yes. So the thing with the bundle is that you can place many different
Einfach
kinds of
Müllsack
items
zum
in
Mitnehmen,
one
nenne ich
bundle.
das.
So
Das ist
many
einfach nur
different
Müll.
kinds of items in one inventory slot. So for example, I can take
willst doch
2
Geld
flowers
haben.
and 1
Die
seed
Ecken
and put
so
it in
süß.
one bundle. It's great.
Sieht zwar mit den Haaren
Kind of
scheiße
some,
aus,
like,
aber
presents,
der Rest
too.
ist süß.
Oh yes, I'm so excited about seeing what players do them in like shopping
Raus.
district, right? You can have the
Als
bundle of the day,
Geschenk
which has a
benutzen.
bunch of things with it, or you can have secret bundles where you have 3 of
Wir
them in a
bringen doch
chest, but you get a
direkt
random
normale
one.
Geschenke
I
ins
think it's
Spiel.
really gonna be cool.
Yes, and for example, if your
Wie
friend has a
Fortnite
birthday,
solche
you can
Geschenke.
put like a prettiest item in the bundle.
Aber warte
because
mal,
it
was
looks
ist,
like
wenn
a
die mit dem
gift
Update
wrapper,
wirklich schon
and
so
then you can
weit
give
sind?
it
Sie
to your
konnten ja
friend.
so viele
That's
Clips
so
zeigen.
cool. We've talked so much today on the like really game design side, but how do you work on the art
Ja, werden die
side?
Snapshots aber.
We actually have a very
Oh
close
Gott,
collaboration with our team.
Es gab auf
it's
Servern,
great.
dass man was bekommen hat und das hat man in Schalker-Kisten bekommen.
So my
Jetzt
job is
bekommt man diese
basically to
scheiß
get an
Müllsäcke.
abstract idea and imagine how it would fit into the Minecraft
Das denn?
universe and then start sketching it. So
Ach
once
so,
the
das
sketch is
ist so
finished, I send
die
everything to the
Designer.
3D artist that it's gonna model
Und
it
den
and
Mob.
animate it to make it alive.
Kommt das 1.18 Update oder 1.17
My job is
Moment noch?
to bring sketches to life and
Aktuell
make a
1.17
move
würde
in
ich
3D
sagen.
space. To work with a game that
Weil
has
warum
such a
sollten sie die
special
ganze Zeit
look
über
is
1.18
amazing.
reden
It's a
und
challenge,
nicht
it's
einmal über
fun,
die
it's
1.17?
sometimes frustrating,
Und
but
jetzt,
it's very
und jetzt
rewarding. I love it.
I make the pixel art of the block, and usually when I create
So
a
am
block
Ende des
texture for a new
der
block type, it's
1.17
gonna be a
Trailer
lot.
des
Like,
Release.
I'm gonna make 50 iterations of one block because I want to make it
Aber
like
1.17 kommt dieses
every
Jahr
block
safe
is like a
raus.
building block for
1.16
people's
ist ja jetzt schon
imagination.
durch,
So I try
höchstwahrscheinlich.
to like put a lot
Das
of
geht ja
love in
bis-
each block
ist durch,
to
ja.
make sure that people
Aber
can
es geht ja
create
noch
what they want.
bis Punkt 3.
So I think my favorite thing about the Minecraft look is that it's very unexpected, very unconventional, and that's where like the special comes from.
Minecraft in terms of game art is special because it has such a unique look and it's very restricted. It has to be 3D pixel art and we can only work within those boundaries. So we have to like think inside the box but also outside the box. I've been working on this exciting new mob.
Respekt, ich hab von diesem Monster jetzt schon.
The cutest predator ever
Ja, ich geh
existed
nie
in
wieder
Minecraft.
Casey.
This update
Aber
is
wir
incredible.
kämpfen
Like,
will ich
people
nicht.
have been
Naja, aber
waiting
stell
for
dir mal
this
vor,
for
wir
so
kriegen
long.
durch die neue
and we're finally
stärkere
gonna do it.
Rüstung als
I
Netherite.
hope that the community
Da
is
kommt ein Varo
really
2.0, da
happy
kommt das
about
neue
it. I
Varo.
hope they have a lot of new stuff
Da
to
kommt ein
play
Varo
with, and I
wieder.
hope that they're excited to see some
Ich dachte im
concepts as
Sommer
well.
kommt ein neues Varo.
It's so lovely when you can think about all of the different jobs within game
hasse.
development.
Yeah.
I love seeing the artists and developers, and we all, like across the show, there's so many different types of roles that people have.
Yeah, and it's really awesome to interact with all those roles and have a lot of a back and forth. We're very open in Mojang and getting ideas from all over the place. And specifically working with the art team is amazing as well. You sort of throw one idea to the hair and he draws something and you're like, oh, what is that white thing in your drawing? I didn't even think about it. And it starts so many awesome ideas going. And we even integrated into our prototype process. And actually, I think
Bei
until I
meinen zum
saw
Beispiel,
those
dass man ganz
sketches by the art team, I
mitnehmen
didn't
kann.
really understand what
Ja, und
archaeology in Minecraft even means.
diesen billiger Schulterkisten, also das ist auch was
Yes,
Geiles.
so we're actually
Da
adding a
passt
new
nur ein
system called
Stack
the
rein.
archaeology system.
Ja, aber das sind diesen trotzdem billiger
In this
Schulterkisten, die
system,
kriegst du
you're basically gonna find these excavation
New
sites
System,
all
was?
throughout
New
your world.
System.
Was?
You can make this new tool called the brush that is gonna help you uncover the mysteries of all these dig sites. You come to one of these ancient structures and you can sort of use the brush to clear away some of the rubble that may have collapsed in those structures.
Ja, das ist doch kein
And
Minecraft mehr, what the
sometimes
fuck?
you might even find something shiny inside them. But
Gravel
and
Slabs
this
jetzt
is
macht
important. If
Bestes
you are not
Feature
careful
ever.
enough, like in
Alter.
real
ist
life,
geil
you
für
can
Design.
destroy
Stell dir
that
vor, du kannst
Dauert
das
zwar wahrscheinlich
And
eine
when
halbe
that
Stell
artifact
dir
is
vor, du
gone,
kannst das mit
that
jedem Block
artifact and
machen.
all the secrets it held are gone
Alter.
forever.
Ja!
But
Ja!
if you're careful enough, if you take your time and you're deliberate, you can get some of those hidden artifacts. And for example, here we got a ceramic
Du kannst daraus
shard,
Sachen
which is basically
finden.
how
Ceramic
Keramik
Shard.
used to tell and pass on their stories.
Nur Keramik
I
schauen.
love
Aber
the story
man kann auch
side
Dias
of the
da,
Die Obsidian
archaeology.
auch?
This,
Ja,
we
komplett
often
neues
talk
Spiel,
about that we
Alter.
want to
Ja, das ist
deepen
doch
the
kein
mystery in
Minecraft.
Minecraft. And when you find
Das
these
ist so
hidden artifacts,
geil.
you kind of find like connections
Orange
and
Orange
and
Ceramic
we will
Shard.
Du
never
kannst die
tell the
Blöcke
full
ja auch so
story,
lassen,
but
wie du
this
sie
will
angepasst
inspire the players to tell their own stories.
Kann man das auch mit
in
Sand
Minecraft
machen? Würde
world.
mich mal interessieren.
Exactly. I
macht
think
der
it's
Farbe
gonna be
jetzt
exciting to see what players do with them. For
Man hat
example,
ja
here
immer
we
gesehen,
Oder
see
das ist
die
zu
haben
OP.
an exhibition
Man kann auch einen
that someone
Tierblock
built for this,
rausbekommen.
where he can compare all the
Wahrscheinlich
different
wie OP.
clues he finds,
Wie teuer ist das
right, and try to
Item?
preserve
Bitte zeigen Sie das
whatever was
Crafting-Rezept
down
doch.
here,
Was kann man aus
and he
Keramik
can
machen?
compare what we found with whatever new thing, and sort of
Ich hab
try
dann
to
auch
connect the
gesehen,
pieces, right? And
interessant
here we
gerade
see
merke.
those pieces connected in a clay pot, actually, trying
Das
to reconstruct them
ist
back.
Ja.
And you can create that however you like.
Puzzle
You
oder
can
was
create
ist
your
das?
own stories or try
Die
to guess how those pieces used
Keramikvase.
to
Ein
connect.
Puzzle?
It's
Das
also
ist ein
fun to be
Puzzle,
very
Alter.
creative with these new pots
Man
because
kann
you
eine
can put the
Vase
shards
machen,
in,
wow.
in any way you want.
Man kann Kassenvasen
Exactly,
machen.
and when you're pleased with
Die
your
Frage
creation, you
ist,
can
sind das
fire
richtige
them up,
Dungeons oder haben die das
and
gerade
you have
selbst
your
gebaut?
own painted clay pot.
Ey, kann man jetzt
So
endlich
is this
Wasser
programmer art
aufkochen?
still?
Yeah, the art we're saying is
Ey,
still work in
was die da
progress.
machen,
But
komplett
I
neues
personally like
Minecraft.
the dragon.
Ey,
I
man
think
kann
it's
sich
cute.
einfach
Yeah,
Vasen
this free
machen.
programmer art isn't pretty.
Ich hoffe,
Das
man kann da
ist
trotzdem einfach.
komplett neues Minecraft.
Das ist nicht nur komplett neues Minecraft.
Archaeology
Das
is
ist einfach
amazing. I mean, the
Minecraft.
site is so incredible.
Ja, das ist nicht mehr Minecraft, ey.
Aber da müssen die ja wirklich schon langsam so weit sein, aber das ist
Das ist das größte Update, was sie jemals bringen werden. Außer die toppen das nächstes Jahr mit was anderem, aber ich glaube, das wird erstmal das größte Update sein.
Bis jetzt auf jeden Fall, ja.
Ich werde auch nach dem Ding würde ich einen neuen Stream starten, übrigens, nach der Minecon.
Ja, ich bin auch irgendwo traurig, dass das Simple von Minecraft nicht mehr existiert. Nach diesem Update. Also Minecraft nicht mehr ein simples
Was ist
That is amazing.
Warte, wie voten wir jetzt? Nein.
Feels very
Was ist denn
bad.
für
We're
einige
almost
reingeschrieben
out
haben,
of
vote
time,
for
but
close
we've been
it.
hinting at
Ey,
a
gut
new mob, like over the
nicht
course of the
nochmal.
show, like
bring den
3 or
Brush
4
rein.
times.
Den Pumpkin Pie. Ja, Pumpkins könnte man auch mal
Now
nehmen.
I gotta tell
Gib
you,
mir den Brush rein, wenn
it's
ich
the
eine Farbe
cutest
muss.
predator you will ever see.
Neo-Mob lesen.
Oh, ein süßes.
Es ist cute. Es liegt in Case.
Axolotl.
Als Mobs.
Axolotl. Was ist das für ein Name?
Axolotl oder so.
Ein neues Wassermob?
Geil, es gibt
Ich hab
Axolotl.
den Fortnite
Dieses cute. Ich kenn die von...
I feel like there's only one sound after seeing that, which is like,
So cute.
Axolotls.
how did you decide on axolotls?
We really want
Ich werde da mir ein Aquarium in mein Haus machen und dieses Ding damit füllen.
very good thing if it happens to be ugly cute. And the axolotl is perfect. It has all of these things. Well, I guess on the ugly cuteness, it might be
Hey,
a big
kommen hier von
emphasis on the
jedem
cute
Klass.
side, but still.
Und wenn,
So
also,
we actually
wenn
had
jetzt noch
brains
sagen,
in the team. So we were like, okay, we're gonna add
noch irgendwann
guts, but we want to
anfangen,
add
Vanilla
another
Minecraft.
animal.
wenn jetzt noch sagen,
And
dass es
then one
dieses
of
Jahr
the
kommt,
developers
Bruder,
put like a big picture of an axolotl.
Und wenn die jetzt schon sagen, dass der erste Snapshot Next Door oder irgendwie sowas kommt.
It's like the definition of ugly cute. It's like made for Minecraft.
ich scheiße auf das Voting,
And
die
then
anderen
we
Mobs
also
sind viel
found out
besser.
that axolotls are endangered in the real world, and we think
Aber so ein Axolotl
it is
ist
good
auch
to add
ein
endangered
17.
animals
Update
to Minecraft
vorstellen.
to
Richtig
create
verstanden?
awareness
Ein
around
Developer
that.
hat aus
So that's
Spaß
also
den
a good thing.
Axolotl
Like with the bees.
designt
Yes, like with the
und
bees
so,
last
ja,
year, for
nehmen wir.
example. But yeah, so the axolotls, as you saw in the video, they live in the lush
Also
caves,
genauso
and
wie
they
die
really add a lot
Bienen, wenn man
of
sie
life to the
angreift,
lush
werden sie wütend.
And there's also a bucket of
Ich
axolotls.
kann mir aber nicht vorstellen, dass sie diese Mobs mit dem, die müssen die Mobs damit im KO-Update kriegen.
That is just so cute. I don't know how to handle it, but it's so cute.
Oh.
So when you're, walking around in a lush cave and you see some axolotls, then you can just scoop them up in your bucket and take them with you. So maybe you build like a pretty aquarium for them in your base, or maybe you bring them to your ocean adventure.
Was machen die mit Minecraft?
In Minecraft wird zu einem süßen Mädchenspiel mittlerweile.
Im
Voll
Ocean
cool.
Adventure, man kann die zähmen?
Oh mein Gott.
Mit dir? Oh mein Gott. Warte, war das gerade ein pinker Dreizack? Habt ihr das gesehen?
Der ist enchanted.
Okay, dann sah das aus.
And now I see why you're calling them the cutest
Oh mein Gott, ist das
you'll ever
cute.
meet.
Cool.
So
nehmen alle Hops,
when you
Digga, die
scoop
nehmen
them
alle
up in a
Hops.
bucket,
Die
you can actually
Alter,
create your
diesen
own
Update hätte safe
axolotl
niemand
army,
gerechnet.
basically.
Mit
And
so
charge
viel
into
Neues.
the oceans with them, and they
Was
will help you
erwarten
fight
wir?
various.
Cave
Well,
Update. Was
they'll attack
bekommen wir?
cute fish as well, but they'll help you fight the
Alles.
drowns and the guardians.
Das Update jetzt schon haben,
they're
Leute.
actually quite useful when
Ja, ihr wollt
fighting
jetzt nicht sagen,
guardians
dass sie noch mehr
because
raus.
they have this special ability that
Komm,
whenever
mit noch ein neues Erz raus und eine neue Rüstung und dann bin ich
And when
zufrieden.
they're playing dead, no
Und die
one will
PS4
actually attack them. So they have this
Ja,
time to
die PS4 ist aber
regen
egal.
back, help, and then jump back into the fight together with you. And if you learn how to
Oder
conquer them really well, they might
Ich möchte jetzt endlich wissen, was zur 1.18 passiert.
Okay, so you
Weil das wollen sie alles jetzt in 1.17 bringen.
that are like as different as possible with
Wenn
the
die Schaden
warden
bekommen,
and the
spielen sie
axe
tot
law.
und Mobs
Ich bin mal kurz gemutet.
About contrast, which is great because it creates like a
Gaming Guys kommt nicht mehr auf sein Leben klar, Digga.
good. So we, we're like
Gaming Guys kommt nicht auf
updating the
sein
highest
Leben klar.
Die
heights
essen
of
die
Minecraft
nicht.
with the
Die essen
mountains.
die
We're
nicht, die
updating
Dinger.
like the deepest of the
Nein.
caves. We had this terrifying warden.
Bloß nicht, das haben wir auch so gefressen.
Axolotl. And also
Aber die
in the
sind
caves,
echt
like the
cute.
lush caves are very light
Echt
and welcoming,
cute.
and then the deep
Verdammt
dark,
cute.
scary and challenging.
I guess we can't forget our little goat in there. It's kind of the in between.
Yeah, we shouldn't forget the goat. I guess it's in between. It is still very cute, but in between. No one can be as cute as
What?
No, I don't think so. Before we tell everyone the winner of the mob vote, let's take a look back at some of the exciting things that we've talked about today.
Hauptsache Hendrik ruft mich nochmal an und fragt mich, was sind das für Cola-Shots, die du trinkst? Ich trinke keine Cola-Shots, ich trinke Cola-Gläser und Shots trinke ich, wenn ich Alkohol trinke.
Hier ist nochmal eine Zusammenfassung. Alter.
Alter, das wird so spaßig!
Das wird so geil. Ey, die nutzen auch die Freien, die haben Kastenflügel. Ja, okay, sieht man noch an der Cape, aber...
Yeet.
Yeet.
Minecraft dann sind cute Dudes.
Ja, was war das für ein Kamehameha?
Amethyst, ey. Ich will wissen, was man damit machen kann. Bestimmt nicht nur das Teleskop.
Ja, damit kann man sich scharf machen und dann dieses Teleskop, wurde doch gesagt.
Aber nur das Teleskop wäre ziemlich langweilig, da wir das mehrere in einer Höhle finden.
Aber diese Zwischenstation von diesem Bronze.
Aber die Creator-Tools sind interessant.
Die Lampen könnten von den Amethysten stammen, wie man gerade gesehen hat.
Die sind so
Und
cute.
das ist das Süßeste, was wir hier hatten.
Ja, besonders im
Before we
Eimer,
get to
ne?
our bomb vote, I think there's one more question people are really gonna want to know.
Hab ich's richtig
When
verstanden?
are we
Man
gonna
muss in der
get the,
linken
the
Hand
caves and the cliffs update?
It's a good question. So we plan to release it summer 2021, and this actually is really good. As I mentioned in the beginning of the show, we really want to have a lot of time to work together with the community, get feedback, see all the great ideas, because the community always has so many good ideas. So it feels good that we don't have a lot of time to actually work together on this update.
Amazing, and the community decided on a new mob that will enter the game. So which one of you gets to do
Also
the
kommt
honors
dieses,
today?
also das ist das erste Jahr, wo ein Update kam.
Tiny Agnes has been
Ja,
a bit
ne?
mean this year. So I
Es
think
kamen 2 Updates
you should have
dieses Jahr.
Nein, es kam nur die 1.16 dieses Jahr.
Anfang des Jahres kam die 1.15, wenn ich mich richtig erinnere, oder nicht?
Nein, die kam Weihnachten.
Stimmt.
Oh, jetzt geht's ums Mobo, ja.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
I guess everyone was mesmerized by the glue.
Yay!
Not just the tiny ones.
No, wow.
Das ist auch nochmal ein neues Wassermob, das wird einfach nur geil.
Like I didn't expect it at all, but
Aber
it's
ich hoffe,
great.
man kann die auch in einem Eimer mitnehmen. Dann würde ich sie umbringen.
In
Oder
the
was?
caves.
Wahrscheinlich kann man
Meint
Meint ihr, die zeigen jetzt noch was über den Mob?
All dark
Und
in
etwas, was
caves,
wir nicht
and then see the
wussten?
close squid swimming around. It'll be so good.
Beautiful. Can they be
Ja, die sind in den Caves mit drin. Die spawnen in den Caves. Ich hab's richtig verstanden, hoffentlich. Dark Caves, denn los geht's. Ew.
We have committed to a lot of things, so I think we need to get.
Ich hole mir eine RTX-Grafikkarte, dann sehe ich den Glowsquid so früh wie möglich, weil der leuchtet.
Minecraft wouldn't be what it is today without all of you. From all of us at Mojang Studios, thank you so much. Bye.
Ah, dann brauchen wir erstmal eine neue Map, wenn die neue Season ist, ne? Weil sonst kommen ja die Biome nicht rein.
Das war's.
Einfach
Dann kommt erst Snapshots.
Das war's. Warum keine PS4-Server?
Ich starte schon mal Among Us.
Nice.
Leider kann Gaming Kites nicht 1000-mal Soon sagen.
Das
Schade.
Lämste hat gewonnen. Warum?
Hä?
Wo dran ist das Lämste?
Wo ist das denn das Lämste, Digga?
Kuhblumen war das längste.
Hättest du lieber die Kuh?
Ja, lieber das ist ein
Ich hätte die Kuh aus dem Meme gehabt, einfach gerne.
Ich gehe mal kurz zu meinem Bruder rüber. Und beende auch hiermit den Stream.
Ich auch.